I was at the game.
It looked or sounded loud out there.
It was great. It was another reminder. You know, look, we talk about this a lot, about the difference of watching the game, listening to the game, going to the game, maybe following the game via social media, or kind of some combination of all of it. It's different. It's different in each kind of realm, and each has their own pluses and minuses, I guess. But for those that, and there are fans like this, and I probably more in this realm, that desperately want your team, we'll use the Kings here, our team, I guess, to win. And I can kind of rinse and reset every time they play. So if they were 13-4, we'd all be jacked right now. They're not. They're 4-13, I think. 5-13. 5-13. Wow, I undersold them. Sorry, Kings. But they've won 2 in a row, and the first one was like, finally the losing streak's over. The one last night. And I try not to be that person like, that was the greatest game I've ever seen. Like anything that just happened, seemingly to everyone, is always the greatest thing they've ever seen. We've got a large history. Or the worst. A large history, a lot in our memory bank. It was not, but it was one of the better games I've seen in a long time. Like all the way around.
It was strange. There were a lot of people because it was so loud. One of the rumors I heard, it was so loud that people were cheering against the Kings because they wanted such a good draft pick next season.
Oh, do you have
Is that true?
Do you have any examples of that? Did you hear that anywhere?
I didn't hear it.
That was just what you heard someone say.
I've been told that all of the Kings fans were like
all of them
looking
searching for that.
For the team to just tank.
I could tell you that was not the vibe in the
Really?
No, yeah, it was not. Not the vibe. So, again, and then sometimes along the way, a loss can just be a simple loss, not any greater big story picture, sight of things to come. And conversely, sometimes you win a game, you play great, you play hard, you feel like you deserve it, and you got the sweet reward of victory. It can also just be that one isolated, really nice performance. Now, the rest is to be determined. Is this the kind of game that can, turn things around? They've made it through the 18-game gauntlet. The schedule, yes, factually will get easier. And every time I say something like that, I hear people go, yeah, but they just played Memphis. They're terrible, and they lost by 41. Fact. That's fact. Fair point. So how about we just today enjoy what we saw last night? I did. And that's my point, is I'm in that fan group, I think, like others, that can go to Wednesday's game, kind of treat Wednesday as its own against Phoenix. Maybe you're going in, hey, they've won 2 in a row. I feel optimistic. That's fine. And if they lose, here they go again. No, I'm just, they lost tonight. Or they won tonight. I like the way they played. I like the way this guy played. This team, this second group looked awesome. Starters got it done. Whatever the case may be, I kind of take that game by game, and that stretch and all that kind of stuff. So believe me, we have a lot to cover today along the lines of the Sacramento Kings. The 49ers did play yesterday, same time as the Kings. Wasn't the prettiest of games. I was monitoring that most of the night. Was doing game night for Scott with Henry and had the Niners on in front of me and kept flipping back and forth while the Kings were playing down in front of us and just checking in on them, but overcame a lot of early turnovers to win. We'll get into those 2 stories amongst others today. It's another Kings game, so we will have a rewind for you. We have a couple of guests coming your way. We have the Shawns today. Sean Salisbury.
Let's kick it.
At 8 o'clock. Oh, if you've got a sounder here, I'm excited. And at 9 o'clock, KCRA's Sean Cunningham.
So idiot things can turn into good decisions.
Wow. Wow. That's your concert buddy. Sean Cunningham. He's going to join us at 9. We're going to kind of double dip with Sean because he was covering the Niners yesterday, but obviously covers the Kings on a regular basis.
And there's no way he's awake yet, but I'm going to ask him to rank every Oasis show on this concert. They just had their final one the other day.
So all of them in America?
No, the world.
The world.
Yeah.
He's going to rank them, and he went to one of them?
Starting with Cardiff to Sao Paulo. He went to one of them. I went to 2 of them, but I've seen almost all of them.
Oh. They're on video?
Yeah.
You seriously have watched them all?
I haven't watched them all, but I've seen a lot of them.
Wow. You are a fan. I will say there are many, many times that Christopher Laud impresses me. Yesterday was one. Now you're thinking, what's he going to say next? You kind of give me the look. Yesterday after the show, first off, around the office, I will say, and for a while after, I was getting a lot of texts or calls about our interview with Matt Barrows.
Yeah, he had a lot of insight going to the Monday Night Football game.
He did.
One of the guys you want to talk about in night football, so that's not surprising.
Yeah, but I think more and more people were reacting, Chris, to a specific moment during the interview, which, if you know, you know. You were here for it, faithful listeners and viewers on YouTube. Good morning. A lot of people talking about that, and boy, was that was a smash hit for our sales crew. Everybody had it. Everybody was texting
I think really
around.
Brought the group together.
Yeah, so you're welcome. You know, we have some bonding lunches. We have some really cool things we've done as a Bonneville staff where we have potlucks. You know, we'll have an end of the year get together. We have maybe every quarter kind of staff get-togethers. But I'd like to say the morning show and Matt Barrows brought you guys all together yesterday. Whether it was, you know, some may say, Chris, it was premature before some of the other get-togethers, but you're welcome. We brought everybody together yesterday. So a lot of people commenting on that, but that is not what impressed me about you. It was, there were people that had kept coming by. Our offices are right next to each other. And then I was telling you about our show lineup for today. I said, look, we're going to have a couple of Seans. And I don't know how it came up, but I said, do you remember how it came up, actually?
I don't know. I think I might have just asked how many Seans have there been.
Yeah, or maybe we're running down
Sacramento
other
Kings.
famous Seans or something like that. And then I think it became...
Or maybe it was like, who's another Sean we could get on the show?
That's right. And then I said, ooh, how about a King? And then I'm sitting there going, I don't know that there's a Sean that was a King. And without hesitation, you say, Sean May. I went, oh yeah, Sean May. And then start thinking. I think that's the only Sean. And then
I couldn't think it, especially with that spelling.
Yes. And then we realized, well, there was a Sean Singletary that was drafted, but I don't know if he got any minutes. But anyway, Sean May was a great pull. And then we went to Jason. Or no, I think we went to Chris's. And I go, name the last Chris that was a King.
That was easy.
And, you know, right away in my mind, I'm like, Weber. But I'm like, okay, Chris, since then you went Duarte. And I had completely forgotten about Chris Duarte, who wasn't here that long ago. But you, without a beat, you got that one. And then we kind of...
Well, if you remember what I said, I was pushing hard for a Duarte nickname when I was working with Whitey and Chris Watkins.
And what did you submit to them?
Because of his being born in living in Canada and his Hispanic background, I thought we should have went with Maple Forte, which I was told that wasn't good enough.
But you were proud of.
I was very proud of.
And who told you it wasn't good enough?
I think everybody.
The people. The people spoke and said that was not good enough. And then I think we did a quick, well, how many Jasons? And the funny one is we both said Jason Thompson. And then we both kind of went blank. I'm like, yeah, I can't think of another. And then I was like, oh, my goodness. Jason Williams. So, anyway, I was impressed. You rifled off Chris Duarte. You got Sean May right away.
But then how about Scott Navarro?
Yeah, then he came up. I'm like, well, we'll ask you, Sales. And he was the one of the many in Sales that was thoroughly pleased with the Matt Barrows segment and had shared that around. And so, like, I literally was going downstairs.
I believe he shared it with the sponsor.
Yes, he said he wanted that for them and they would love it. And I thought, wow, okay. Went by the sales area, the sales pit as they call it, and all of them were talking about it and stopped me to talk about it. And it was fun moment yesterday. I think Dave is so shook. That's why he's not here today.
Yeah.
When those things happen, it's live, it's impromptu. You got to kind of react. Part of me wishes, by the way, hidden in that, Chris, when I went back and watched it yesterday, hidden in that was Matt's performance.
Yes.
Because Matt actually, his answer immediately following is very much on brand with what played, which I didn't catch the first time because you're just mortified at what David played off the computer. Dave's losing it. I'm trying to keep it together. Keep it together. And knowing I'm probably going to have to talk next, in hindsight, I wish I would have yeah, Dave, go ahead. Really forced him to try to see if he could come up with a question while he was completely losing it. So, fun moment yesterday. Certainly, we enjoyed that. But yes, coming up on the show today, we will visit with the Shawns. Sean Cunningham at 9, Sean Salisbury at 8. Along the way, we will have crosstalk and celebrity birthdays to wrap things up. We have a lot of post-game reaction from, hey, look, when you've won 4 games, there's not a big, 5 games now, there's not a big list of wins on the season to compare, but that was the best win of the season and one of the best wins in a long time. We will go through that. We will have Kings Rewind. We will look back and wrap up Week 12 with the Niners kind of must win. We're going to move 4 down territory around. That's going to be coming up soon. We got 3 for Mandis. We got a lot to get to, but hey, what do you say we do this? Besides have a blast, let's lead off.
Let's do it.
Leading off, the 3 top stories in the morning.
Huge news. This is very important.
Here's cut number 1.
Stories in the...
That's me. All right. I should have learned from yesterday. At least there was nothing incriminating on my algorithm there, right? All right, here we go. Let's try this again. Hang on, G-Man. Hang on. We'll get there. All right. So, leading off, story number 1.
Sacramento has done the unexpected. They have won on the home floor after breaking the 8-game slide less than 48 hours ago in Denver. They beat Minnesota for the first time in 3 meetings this year. And the Light the Beam chants are now beginning to thunder their way around and reverberate through Golden One Center.
Oh, lovely sounds of G-Man sitting right next to him, hearing him do his magic. It was always a pleasure for me, and joy in his voice, joy for the Kings. The beam was lit. Keegan got to do it. This was great. Really a fun game. Great performance. Chris, you mentioned it. So it was palpable, the audio, the fan base.
Oh, yeah.
Through the television. I mean, it felt really loud. Sometimes you're like, okay, am I imagining this? But it was awesome. And sometimes you just get a little taste and it gets everybody just fired up. I'm looking at some of our comments from our chat mob, and they're awesome here from our chat group. Let's see. Celebrating a 4-13 win. That's how a 4-13 team. That's how Sacramento does it. Where's the one from the text line? As soon as the fan base gets on board with trading everyone, the team shows heart. Very Kangs and extremely fun to watch. But still, please rebuild. Yeah, that's okay. That's kind of my point. Is I still think the goal and the sights and the direction that this team needs to take didn't change last night. None of that changed for me. What last night probably re-emphasized to me, if anything, is the veterans that are here are good players. They can play. It's the stuff we said from the get-go. that individually they have some good players on this team. The collective put together and puzzle pieces haven't looked very good. So I don't want a performance or two performances, or even if they stretch this to a 3 or 4 game win streak, to cloud the decision makers to think anything otherwise. Even if we can say at some point, hey, it's been schedule, it's been injuries. If that's truly what people think, I think they're wrong on that. I think that's a product of what's happened. I still think the roster has its deficiencies. I still think there are tweaks that need to be made, but it's not like it's a lost cause as far as the roster overall. Now, with that said, like I'm trying to point out here, I still think they need to make those decisions, those trades that will, one, open up a few guys right now that are being blocked by minutes that just can't get out there. But I think everything they do going forward needs to address getting younger, freeing of some salary cap, getting future picks. I think that's everything they need to try to do. And if that's just in one trade or if that's moving multiple veterans, it doesn't matter. But I think the process needs to start. But again, with all of that, they can still play like this. They can have more games like this. They've shown us that they're capable. They played a very good team. They got down 10. They were down 10 with 3 minutes to go in the game. That's the kind of game this team and a lot of teams lose, but this team specifically, the way they've played this year, ends up losing that by 18, and you go, man, it felt like the game was closer than that. Well, this team was different last night, and the home crowd helped. The play on the floor helped. But as far as effort, intensity, the desire to win, I haven't seen that from this group in a long time. I mean, the flat-out layout to save the ball from going out of bounds by Malik Monk was one of the better plays I've seen in a long, long time. It wasn't the play that won the game, but it was a symbol of the game. And we know it. I know I'm talking to you guys. You know it. Like, that's what this fan base has always loved and desired, is an all-out effort.
It felt like there was a lot of time, because it was very sloppy a lot of the times. But there was a lot of moments where it's like, oh, that's that offensive rebound that's going to cost them. But they would fight back and play defense and sometimes even give it up another offensive rebound. It felt like there wasn't any give up last night.
Yeah, there was one sequence I remember specifically, and the times are going to blend together, Chris, but I literally remember doing this. There's so much energy. They're getting the momentum. They're coming back. And I think they needed that energy. They're coming back and you're feeling it. And it's like they need another big, just building, busting play. And they're in transition and they throw the ball away. I'm like, oh! And then right away, steal right back. And they're like, and it almost built up even more momentum.
That late one with Westbrook.
Yes, I think that's the one.
That gave it up and then immediately stole it back.
Yeah, and then you're like, here we go. Oh, my goodness. It was so much fun. A lot of energy, a lot of passion. And something we're going to talk about today, not only amongst ourselves, but with Sean Cunningham. There was a very, very revealing quote from the postgame that I'm anxious to play if you missed it last night, that I think is something that we need to discuss a lot today. We'll have that's a little bit of a tease for you. We'll talk about it a little bit more later, but let's get to cut number 2.
Cut number 2.
A pivotal matchup between two teams jockeying for position in the NFC playoff picture. The 49ers will defeat the Carolina Panthers here tonight, 20-9, the final score.
Yeah, it wasn't pretty. Brock Purdy was an absolute mess early in that game in Monday Night Football, but in the end, it is about wins and losses. And 20-9, the final. Most importantly for the 49ers, that's win number 8. They stay in the top 7 in the playoff picture in the NFC. If the playoffs started today, they would be the last wild card team in, holding off a team like Detroit, who's 7-4, and obviously they can make that up with the Niners still having a bye in 2 weeks. But getting to 8-4 was important. They're keeping the pressure on Seattle, who's technically above them at 8-3, and certainly the Rams, who are at 9-2, and getting that separation in the top of the NFC. But, as if Seattle or Green Bay or Detroit, continues, any of those teams stumble, it gives the 49ers a little bit more of a leash here. But there's not a lot of room for them to slip up. And yesterday kind of had hints at a team that might, give a game away. They just weren't sharp. They weren't at their best. And I think the way the team is constructed now, this one based on injuries, this team is going to have to outscore you. And for them to hold Carolina, which isn't this juggernaut of an offense, but I thought it would be a high-scoring game, to 9 points, keep points off the board. There was that early interception that Purdy threw, and then Bryce Young and the Panthers got all the way to the 1 yard line, and they threw an interception in the end zone. The Niners got their own turnovers back. And so it was a game that they needed, that they got without playing their best, and took advantage of, having a little extra time to prepare. And now they've got a shorter week, but 8-4 was good. They relied on McCaffrey. While Purdy wasn't his best, Kittle did his thing, Jennings. At the end, then when they count all of them, I don't know that this is a win I'm going to remember, but it's a win that they needed. So San Francisco got it done, 20-9. We'll talk more about the Niners a little bit later and throughout the show, but that is cut number 2. Let's get to cut number 3.
Cut number 3.
Crowd gets loud. Shador has it. Raiders bring the pressure. Shador on the run, throwing a deep ball. Bond has it at the 10. He's down at the 2. There's your deep ball. Isaiah Bond and the Browns are in the red zone.
Well, when we talked to Matt Barrows, amongst other things yesterday that came up on the show, literally, we talked about the Browns, and that's the 49ers' next opponent. Shador Sanders, you heard the highlight of him. He will be the quarterback for that game. The Browns have named him the QB, and weather conditions are supposed to be pretty rough this week or throughout the week in Cleveland. We'll see how they are come Sunday, but that's another one before they get to the bye that the Niners just need to take care of business against a 3-8 Cleveland Browns team, but they will face rookie starter Shador Sanders on Sunday. Those are just some of the topics for today's show. We have got a ton of Kings to dive into. We are going to do that coming up in a segment. We're going to have the Kings highlight recap. We have Kings Rewind today. That should be fun. We'll visit with Sean Cunningham. We also will have a lot of post-game reaction. But when we come back, we'll switch things up a little bit today. We're going to have 4 down territory before we dive right in for the bulk of the show into Sacramento Kings basketball. We're just getting started. Hang with us. We appreciate you're here. Right here on Sactown Sports.
The Sactown Sports 1140 newsletter right to your email. Get your latest on the Sacramento Kings, athletics, and Republic FC with the Sactown Sports 1140 newsletter. Visit SactownSports.com to join.
Jason Ross here to tell you about Gonzalez Law. Jonathan Gonzalez, he is the lawyer there, and his name is attached to this law firm, and he's phenomenal, really, at what he does. Has been doing this for a long time in our area. He's one of us, has lived in Sacramento. His office is downtown. He can often be seen golfing or on the river when he's not working, and he's a hard worker and does tremendous work inside the courtroom if need be, but also with you, with his clients, and wants to help you. And a lot of people have asked about these expungements that he has specialized in that we've been talking about. That's something that's been on your record that you'd like removed for whatever reason. Maybe it's keeping you from doing some things. Maybe it's keeping some rights away from you. He can help with that and help possibly get that removed from your record. So you go to saclegaldefense.com or call him at 916-304-9187. Now, some other areas that he has helped with, whether it's criminal defense, a car accident you've had to deal with, wrongful termination, sexual harassment cases, those expungements I've talked about. He can help you in a variety of ways, and if you need representation, you don't know where to go, I'm telling you here. SacLegalDefense.com. It's Gonzalez Law. His name is Jonathan Gonzalez. Call him at 916-304-9187.
With Progressive's collision coverage, my family gets up to $1,000 for vet bills if I'm injured in a car accident. And that makes this Chihuahua really feel like part of the family. What's that? I don't sound like a Chihuahua? Oh, I'm sorry. What exactly am I supposed to sound like? I guess all Chihuahuas are high-strung, riding around in expensive designer purses. Actually, I prefer riding in cars. So I appreciate that my family protects me with Progressive's pet collision coverage. Okay, maybe I am a little high-strung. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Not available in all states. Coverage for dogs and cats is included with the purchase of collision coverage and is subject to policy terms.
Ready to order?
Yes.
We're earning unlimited 3% cash back on dining and entertainment with a Capital One Saver card. So let's just get one of everything.
Everything?
Fire everything. The Capital One Saver card is at table 27, and they're earning unlimited 3% cash back.
Yes, Chef! This is so nice.
Had a feeling you'd want 3% cash back on dessert.
Ooh, tiramisu.
Earn unlimited 3% cash back on dining and entertainment with the Capital One Saver card. Capital One, what's in your wallet?
Terms apply. See CapitalOne.com for details.
If you love to travel, Capital One has a rewards credit card that's perfect for you. With the Capital One Venture X card, you earn unlimited double miles on everything you buy. Plus, you get premium benefits at a collection of luxury hotels when you book on Capital One Travel. And with Venture X, you get access to over 1,000 airport lounges worldwide. Open up a world of travel possibilities with the Capital One Venture X card. What's in your wallet?
Terms apply. Lounge access is subject to change. See CapitalOne.com for details.
Tired of hearing scary radio ads about the IRS? Tax Relief Advocates is different. TRA is here to tell you that if you owe money to the IRS, whether it's $5,000 or $500,000, we have a solution. TRA can eliminate or reduce what you owe to the IRS with zero risk to you. We have over 1,000 5-star reviews on Google and an A+ with a BBB. End your tax nightmare today by visiting TRA.com or call 800-275-1728. That's 800-275-1728.
Capital Casino, Sacramento's #1 poker room with primetime football. It's back. Capital Casino is giving away $500 per game in high hand bonuses for every Sunday, Monday, and Thursday night primetime game. Offering the best food, best service, and the best action with the most variety of games in the region and conveniently located at 411 North 16th Street in downtown Sacramento. For more information, log on to capital-casino.com and please gamble responsibly. 1-800-GAMBLER.
At Power Business Technology, we're not another big box corporation. We're your neighbors, locally owned and operated. We know what businesses like yours need, from reliable printers to high-performance copiers. We'll help you find the right solution with personal service you just can't get online. Need setup or support? We're just down the road and always happy to help. Power Business Technology, family hometown service with big-time solutions. Contact us today for all your business printing needs at 844-POWER-BZ. That's 844-769-3729 or visit us at powercopiers.com.
For over 90 years, Hagen Oaks has partnered with the biggest brands in golf to bring cutting-edge technology to your game. Our one-of-a-kind total game fitting offers a level of experience and precision that is unmatched. From driver to putter, footwear to golf balls, our TrackMan-powered performance studios, 3D footwear scanner, and Ping's Ballnamic ball fitting kiosk ensure every piece of your gear is tailored to your swing. Trust the experts at the Hagen Oaks Golf Super Shop. Total game fitting starts here.
Just announced, Stockton Honda has been named #1 of California's best car dealers in 2025 by USA Today and Statista. This prestigious award is based on thousands of customer reviews and recommendations, ranking dealerships for service, value, and satisfaction. Out of hundreds evaluated, Stockton Honda is proud to be #1, recognized for all-around excellence and commitment to our customers. Visit Stockton Honda, where reputation meets the road.
Anytime, anywhere. It's all here. StocktonHonda.com.
Light the world through the giving machines. Experience the joy of giving this season and helping those in need. Now through December 8th at the Galleria Mall, Roseville, and Vintage Fair Mall, Modesto.
This Sponsor the Clock is brought to you by Light the World Giving Machine.
Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross.
Call or text at 916-339-1140.
On Sactown Sports.
Fun night last night. We're going to dive headfirst into the Kings here in a moment. Just want to clean up a few texts and comments from our YouTubers. Let's see. With Murray on the floor, the Kings are different. What's the Kings' record with Murray on the floor this season? Well, 2-1, right? 2-0 as a starter. That's interesting. Let's see what else we have here. We sacrificed Dave for the back-to-back dubs. Yeah, Dave is off today and tomorrow.
You know who the real one is, right?
Who's the real MVP?
Matt George.
Is he?
He's not in Sacramento.
Oh.
And the Kings are 2-0 since he's left.
I saw that. He was doing a lot of tweeting on that. It's like, I've always enjoyed that when Wow, I didn't realize the team was about Matt, huh?
I think his kid is about 3 years old, and my guess is already sick of Disneyland.
Matt's not. His son might be, Arthur. Let's see. There's a few more here that I wanted to get to. But basically, people are happy-ish. But here's one I thought was interesting from the text line. The Kings exact the maximum pain onto its fans. When fans crave winning, they lose. When fans finally embrace a rebuild, they win, crushing their draft position. Is there a worse franchise to its fans? Okay. Let's not get it twisted. They've won 2 in a row. I'm excited about it. I love the way they played. I'm really happy about last night's win. So what they've done with these 2 wins in a row, it's 2. They're 5-13. They've gone from the 5th worst record to the 7th. And as far as crushing their odds, well, the odds to win the lottery went from 10.5% to 7.5%. By the way, being in the top 3 as far as the worst odds or the worst record is at 14%.
Yeah, because the team that got the number 1 pick last draft, they were the worst team in the league, right?
They were. Oh wait, they played the Kings in the play-in. That was Dallas.
Wait, were they the 2nd?
No, it was they were in
they
the
were
play-in.
the 3rd?
Play-in.
Oh.
Yeah, 10th.
Which makes them the 10th.
Yeah. Somehow they won it. So, yeah. Anyway, I still root for the lottery. If that's not going to change. I'll always root for that. You want to feel like you won something. Now, the odds might be higher, but it stinks being the worst team. It does. I know how I feel today compared to the Memphis game a couple games ago. My goodness.
I remember one time when the Kings did have the worst record in the league.
Yep. I was so excited. My man crush in college football that year was Blake Griffin. I'm like, or college basketball. I said, the Kings are going to get Blake Griffin. So excited. They did not get Blake Griffin. They got Tyreek Evans. He's a nice player.
They got the 4th pick.
They did. The
worst
worst pick they could get. It's like, make this make sense. Oh, but Chris, they were the 7th one time and moved up to 2.
Oh.
Yeah. Didn't draft correctly that year, but that's okay. Anyway, all right, we're switching things up. We got a lot of Kings to get to, but first, let's get into a little four down territory. And let's say we start with first down.
Oh, changing it up a little bit.
Yeah, I am.
Who is your top 5 teams in the NFL?
I mean, we finished another week of football, Chris. 12 weeks. I mean, can you believe it?
Unbelievable.
I mean, it's like it was just, it was Labor Day, and then, this week is Thanksgiving, and then it's going to be week 13, and then it's unbelievable. All right, top 5. A new top 5 this week. Well, kind of. Hanging on into the top 5, I have left the Indianapolis Colts. They did lose to the Chiefs. Played really well. Could have won that game and maybe even finished the the Chiefs season. Number 4, I don't know if I've had him in there yet, but I'm moving them up. Maybe they've been in there once. Seattle, the Seahawks. I will have it 4. Number 3. I have the New England Patriots. They just keep winning, just keep winning, just keep winning. They've done that. Number 2, man, they look really good. The Rams had a great week. They've got the best record in the NFC. I put them at number 2. And my number 1 team, I haven't changed for 3 weeks. They didn't play this week, but I've been impressed by what they've done week in, week out. The Denver Broncos. So I go Colts, Seahawks, Patriots, Rams, Broncos. That's 5-1 in the NFL. Second down.
Who is your bottom 5 team in the NFL?
All right, bottom 5 now from 5th worst to worst at 28. The New York Football Giants. They compete every week. They have some very entertaining games. They've been ahead in the second half and the fourth quarter. A lot of games that haven't resulted them in a W. And I love what Jameis was able to do this week. That was fun. But 2-8, can't ignore it. I'm going to put them as the 5th worst at or 2 and whatever they are, more than 2-8. I'm going to put them at 28. At 29. The New Orleans Saints, kind of a predictably rough year. They're playing to kind of what we thought, but I'm going to put them at 29. At 30, sorry, Raiders, but you're the sorry Raiders right now. I put you at 30 for the Raiders. A winnable game this week against the Browns and just a dismal performance. At 31, the New York Jets, Jets. And a dead last. They had the number 1 pick last year, tracking the number 1 pick again. The Tennessee Titans. I remember them, and I have them at number 32. So 5-1 as far as the worst. Giants, Saints, Raiders, Jets, Titans. All right, third down.
Seattle Jackson Smith-Njigba broke the Seahawks single-season receiving record last weekend. Does that surprise you?
It does because, one, he's already broken the record. Number two, I don't want to say I'm surprised it's this low, but he already did it in week 12 and basically in 11 games. So they've already had their bye. He's done it in 11 games. DK Metcalf had the Seahawks record, and every other mark up there is Hall of Famer Steve Largent. So he is having...
Didn't he used to work for CBS?
Steve Largent? Yes. He was on top of the news. 8-3, Jackson Smith-Njigba is having an amazing year, and he's going to continue to just steamroll past that record. I mean, it's just one of those years that honestly has come out of nowhere. He's been a good receiver, but he is having a breakthrough year. He had good numbers before, whether it was Philly or with Geno Smith, and now with Sam Darnold doing some amazing things. And so he's part of that high-flying offense for the Seahawks. I'm a little surprised of the numbers this early for him. All right, fourth down.
What do you think the 49ers have to do the rest of the way to secure a postseason spot?
All right, we mentioned that the 49ers winning yesterday got them to 8-4. They hang on to the 7 seed. I think what we're looking at here for the Niners schedule-wise is this week feels like a must-win to get them to their bye. So if they get to 9. Out of the bye, they get the Titans. They need these next 2. If they get to 10, I think it's going to be difficult for them to miss. I think they'd probably have to lose out and have a few things go against them. So what's left after the Browns game, the bye, and then the Titans? You have the Colts, the Bears, and the Seahawks. Look, it'll be tough. But the division is still in play, even though I think that'll be difficult the way the Rams are playing. Wild card spot is definitely there for them. And this was a team, when fully healthy this year, I think they had a chance to make another run. It's too bad about the injuries. I think they could have survived the Bosa one. I don't think they can survive the Warner one defensively. But with all that being said, maybe their offense with Purdy getting back, McCaffrey's having another sensational year tracking 1,000 and 1,000 and rushing and receiving. They're going to have to do it with timely defense, good offense. But I would say of the next 5 games, which is what they have left, they have to beat the Browns and Titans. That gets them to 10, and then figure out how many they need the rest of the way, especially if they could beat Seattle in the last week at home. That would go a long way for them, but I think the next 2 weeks can put them in really, really good position. Speaking of being in good position, I don't think the Kings are there now, but last night, the way they played, that was phenomenal to watch. We are going to talk about that. We'll recap the game last night. It was a thriller. We had 5 extra minutes of basketball, and we talked about this last year. We still need to get this reality show happen. After the game, radio side, G-Man was with Malik Monk. Those two have a special bond. We'll let you hear that post-game interview, and we'll recap the thrilling highlights of the game. That's all next on Sactown Sports.
The San Francisco 49ers play on Sactown Sports 1140.
Touchdown 49ers! Every game on your #1 sports station. Don't miss the action on your local sports leader. Sactown Sports 1140.
Carmichael Dave here for American Energy Heat and Air. Right now, breaking news, they're upgrading their offering to include plumbing, bringing that same expertise and experience to the plumbing space. They're no longer just heat and air. They're now your American Energy home pros. You hear me talk about them as your second opinion partner. Now you can still get second opinions on any HVAC service or replacement, and now you can get a second opinion on any of your plumbing services. They'll come out to your house for free, and they'll give you a second opinion and almost certainly save you money. Oh, but wait, there's more. With winter coming up, how about a free furnace special? With full system installation, you're getting a free furnace, not a discounted furnace, a free furnace, and up to $4,000 in rebates while that funding lasts. So get there right now, 916-520-9990. That's 916-520-9990 or AmericanEnergyAir.com. American Energy, making the uncomfortable comfortable.
With Steel, batteries are included. This holiday season, give a gift that's ready to go right out of the box. For everything from cleaning up the yard to cutting up firewood, Steel tools check off the wish list and knock out the to-do list. And right now, buy select battery tool sets and get a free extra battery. Visit SteelUSA.com for holiday deals and gift ideas. Happy holidays from Steel. Offer valid for a limited time only at participating dealers while supplies last.
Vanity Fair calls BritBox a delicious streamer. Collider says everyone should be watching. Catch Britain's next best series with BritBox. Stream acclaimed new originals like Code of Silence.
You read lips, right?
And Linley, based on the best-selling mystery series.
Say hi, Linley. Take it from here.
And don't miss the new season of Karen Piri, coming this October.
You don't look like police. I'll take that as a compliment.
See it differently when you stream the best of British TV with BritBox. Watch with a free trial today.
At Valley Strong Credit Union, we know that local businesses are the backbone of the Central Valley, investing in our neighborhoods, boosting the economy, making the Valley stronger. But when it comes to their finances, where can they turn? A big bank that just sees another number? That's not good enough. Valley businesses deserve Valley's support for payroll, credit, cash flow, and everything in between. Valley Business is Valley Strong. Learn how our cash management services can support your business at valleyststrong.com.
Mike Rowe here with another fun fact. If your concrete is cracked or uneven, you can actually lift it back up. Whether it's a sinking driveway, a patio, or a sidewalk, do yourself a favor. Call Groundworks. I spent some time working with these guys. They're the real deal. Their people are trained and certified to lift your concrete slabs.
Groundworks, official foundation repair company of Cal Athletics. Schedule a free inspection. Licensed in all states where work is performed. See website for details.
Black Friday savings start now. Get your best deal through the end of the month at Folsom Lake Honda, your one-stop Honda shop.
With Black Friday savings during Happy Honda Days, own or lease your new Honda Accord or Civic today. Your one-stop Honda shop.
As a family-owned and operated dealership since 2009, customer service is our #1 priority. Our customers love doing business with us, and you will too. Folsom Lake Honda is your one-stop Honda shop.
Visit us at FolsomLakeHonda.com.
Your one-stop Honda shop.
The mildest summer in 30 years has left AC makers with overstock and far below their sales targets. Your chance for huge savings. Sierra Pacific's partnership with top manufacturers mean exclusive discounts to clear inventory fast. Get premium systems installed flawlessly by friendly pros with ironclad warranties and great discounts with SMUD rebates. Plus, HVAC's tax credits expire December 31st. Call for your complimentary proposal. Visit SierraPacificHome.com.
Sierra Pacific Solar Heating and Air. The guys in the big red trucks.
When a person is seriously injured, there's no substitute for the personal legal relationship offered by the local NorCal firm of Ashton & Price. From the first attorney meeting, every important decision is made with a direct consultation with, and I can't believe I have to say this, a real, live, experienced, flesh and blood local attorney. It's called Home Court Advantage for a reason. Ashton & Price, serious local attorneys for serious people with serious injuries with no fee until we win. For the best local advice, don't think twice. Call Ashton & Price.
Thunder, feel the thunder.
It's the energy all around you.
Lightning and the thunder.
The thrill of the moments to come. The flash of lights. The rush of pure exhilaration.
Thunder.
The roar of the crowd. See it, hear it, feel it.
Thunder, feel the thunder. Lightning and the thunder.
Thunder Valley Casino Resort. Feel the thunder.
Waking you up with the best in local sports.
Interesting, you know?
The Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross
on Sactown Sports.
All right, welcome back into the show. Jason Ross, Christopher Laud hanging out here on this Tuesday. We're back together Wednesday, off Thursday and Friday for Thanksgiving, and then back next week. Dave's going to be off the next couple of days. Too much winning for him to take. Can't take the winning. No, he was been planned to be off today and tomorrow. His daughter's flying in today.
Where's the food, dude?
And apparently he's hosting Thanksgiving. He talks a lot about food and prep, and he's got a lot of work to do, I guess, if he's hosting this year. Chris, what are you doing for Thanksgiving? You have your plans?
Going over to my cousin's house.
Okay. Big feast? Always?
Yep.
Oh, wait. When is and forgive me if I missed the time. When do you guys make tamales?
We haven't set a date yet.
Okay, but it's usually it's after this, right?
Yeah.
Between now and Christmas, usually?
Yeah.
Okay.
Got to get our dates.
I like that I usually end up on that list.
I don't know. I mean,
maybe not.
It's not a date that's been set.
Maybe there has, and Chris isn't telling me. Times are tough. But not for the Kings, everybody. Let's listen back to how it played out yesterday. Really a great game. A lot of fun to be a part of, to watch, to witness, though it did not start out very well for the Kings.
We played 5 minutes and 12 seconds in Sacramento. 1 of 8 from the floor. 3 turnovers. They've scored just 2 points.
Yeah, 9-2 start. Had to make some subs early on, but something we hadn't seen in a while, but or heard in a while was this.
Rebound Keegan Murray. Races up the floor against DiVincenzo. Takes him right to the rack. Fouled and scores. Here it comes. Oh, we've missed that. This is Keegan's first appearance in front of the hometown fans since the preseason.
Yeah, Keegan did some really good things in the first half and really throughout the entire game. We'll talk about him more throughout this show and maybe where he is starting to move up the ladder and what some of his teammates have said about Keegan. But as we continue to look back on the game, it was sliding a bit again on the Kings. They found themselves down by 14 in the second quarter, their largest deficit. But Keegan also responsible for a late second quarter comeback.
Dennis Schroeder and the Kings. Lead pass to Keegan. Driving inside. Euros his way to the rack. He's got another one. A 9-0 run by Sacramento.
All right, so by halftime, Sacramento found themselves down by just a workable margin of 8 points, 54-46. Let's go to the third quarter, and Sacramento was getting some things going their way, including a little help on this heave from Malik.
He's working straight away against Naz Reid. Has to launch to beat the buzzer, and he scores it. Oh, my goodness. That was a desperation realization that he had no time and had to launch, and he hit nothing but net.
All right, Chris, I know you've got yourself a pretty healthy library of G-Man clips that we can use. This one, I think I know what it is. It's labeled Anthony Cut Our Sound Bites. I haven't heard it besides live when it happened. This is labeled G-Man, a missed free throw with a sound effect. So I think I know what this is, but let's all listen to it together.
First free throw. Boom. Missed by Nick Clifford.
How's that again, G-Man?
I remembered it then. That's exactly how I thought it went. That was in the third quarter. All right, let's get to the fourth quarter, and man, oh man, was this guy a problem. Anthony Edwards put on a show.
Edwards now against Keegan Murray. Doubled by DeRozan. Drives and scores on a reverse on the baseline. He'll get a three-point opportunity.
All right, so he would make the free throw. Here's where felt like the low point, not the low point of the game, but where maybe the game was going to be done for the Kings. Here's what I talked about earlier. 99-89, Sacramento was down 3 minutes to go. This team, this specific team this year has not shown that ability to come back in a game with 3 minutes left, down by 10. In fact, what they have shown is that's the game that will go north of that, and all of a sudden they lose by 18-20, and you think, man, they played way better than the score. It's another loss, and it's another large deficit loss. But a funny thing happened along the way. Right after that, Malik got hot, and Malik pulled them close after hitting a three, a hoop, and then this one.
Edwards probes, breaks down the defense, but he can't convert. Rebound grabbed by DeRozan. Long lead-out pass. Monk with a two-hand throwdown. It's a one-possession game. It's 99-96.
All right, then another stop, and the Kings would complete that 10-0 run.
Kings fans coming to their feet in the lower bowl. Here comes DeRozan with a drive inside. He scores, and he was fouled. A three-point chance to tie the game. 9 quick, explosive, unanswered points from the Sacramento Kings.
And make it 10 after the made free throw. Then the Kings found themselves down 101-99. DeMar DeRozan would get to the line again.
DeRozan now with 23 points. 21 points for Keegan Murray, 20 for Malik Monk to lead the Kings in scoring. Edwards leads all scorers with 35. Second free throw is good. DeRozan 10 for 10 at the free throw line. We're now tied at 101.
And then, believe it or not, all of that work for the Kings, they actually had a chance to win it in regulation.
Shot no good. Rebound. Russell Westbrook has it. Remember, no timeout for Sacramento. 13 seconds to go. A chance to win this one. A game that they have never led. 7 seconds. 6 seconds. It's DeRozan. He drives. He launches. Front rim short. Tipped out. Monk has it. Turns. Fires to beat the buzzer. Going to be short. This game is going to go to overtime.
5 more minutes of basketball. They came back. They tied it. Still have yet to lead in this game. Well, DeMar took care of that.
Weeks his way to the free throw line. Shakes, turns, launches, scores. First lead of the night for Sacramento. Comes at the 4:23 mark of overtime. And DeRozan now has 26 points. It's 103-101.
DeRozan was awesome in the second half. Malik was awesome in the second half. This guy was awesome all game long.
Westbrook, right angle, deep three-point range. Shovels a pass, cross-court, deflected, stolen by McDowell. Then Westbrook steals it back. He throws to Keegan. Nobody near him. Shoots for three. He's got the triple. Keegan Murray has 26. The Kings lead at 110-107. We're inside 2 minutes to go in an overtime nail-biter.
Just a thriller. And then kind of the capper here for Sacramento.
The flex and the flip. He's perfect at the line. DeRozan, 13 for 13 at the line. And then a backcourt steal by Precious Achiuwa. That will do it for the Kings, or should do it. 15 seconds to go. Conley looking over to the bench. Should I foul or not? They finally do. 10.7 seconds to go.
All right, and then last thing, all that's left, the final call. G-Man, put this on ice.
Rebound, Westbrook, and the time expires. Sacramento has done the unexpected. They have won on the home floor after breaking the 8-game slide less than 48 hours ago in Denver. They beat Minnesota for the first time in 3 meetings this year, and the Light the Beam chants are now beginning to thunder their way around and reverberate through Golden One Center.
117-112 the final. A thrilling win for the Sacramento Kings. One of their better performances in a long, long time. That's 2 in a row. They're still 5-13. They've dug themselves quite a hole. And again, I'll address more of this as the show goes along. Love the performance. Love the way they played. It was a good mixture of different lineups. That closing group that we had seen was Achiuwa, Westbrook, DeRozan, Keegan Murray, and Malik Monk. We hadn't seen that group play that much together. So there was a mix of young guys and old guys, and it just was it was the effort and tenacity and just assault in pursuit of a win that you just absolutely appreciated. All right, still to come, we're going to have a 3 for Madness. We also are going to hear Malik with the G-Man postgame. We got a lot of postgame reaction as the Kings got the job done in a really impressive win in overtime. We got more straight ahead right here on Sactown Sports.
The San Francisco 49ers play on Sactown Sports 1140.
Touchdown 49ers! Every game on your #1 sports station. Don't miss the action on your local sports leader. Sactown Sports 1140.
This is the story of the one. As a safety manager at a manufacturing plant, he does everything he can to keep his coworkers safe. From finding ways to reduce risks to keeping safety supplies in stock. And for that, he relies on Grainger. Grainger offers a broad range of quality products and next-day delivery, so he can always play it safe. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
What's up? We're talking to Chad Hoblet of Hoblet Dodge, Chrysler, Jeep, Ram, and Woodland. Chad, tell me what's going on for the big Black Friday sales event.
Well, they say you got to finish strong, so that's what we're doing at Hoblet. Right now, you can save up to $14,500 off MSRP on all remaining new 2025 Ram heavy duties.
I want to make sure you meant to say all heavy duties.
That's what I said. $14,500 off MSRP on all remaining new 2025 Ram heavy duties, with some starting as low as $48,995. It's savings like this that make Hoblet one of the top Ram dealers in America. Plus, with over 400 new heavy-duty Rams available, your new Ram is waiting at HoblettDodge.com.
Don't miss your chance to search, select, and save at HoblettDodge.com. Unbeatable prices, unbeatable selection. Nobody beats Hoblet, period.
$14,500 total net savings on select new 2025 Ram 2500 Laramie and Rebels after $4,500 factory rebates and $10,000 dealer discounts. 5 of this net savings, $48,995 net price on 2025 Ram 2500 Tradesmans. Rebates include $2,000 select inventory cash, $500 on the job upfit for eligible upfit. VIN number 525142. See dealer for details.
Call Maverick Electrical to claim your free furnace tune-up or electrical safety check with a donation. This month, donate 5 canned foods to Maverick Electric's Holiday Food Drive and get a free furnace tune-up or electrical safety check. They'll collect your cans at the appointment and make sure your heat stays comfy and your lights stay steady, so the only thing whistling is the kettle, not your ductwork. Visit callamaverick.com to schedule your free tune-up today. What would a Maverick do? Because you're a Maverick too. Limited appointments, some restrictions apply. Give to get with no gimmicks.
Never have I ever called my sister from the finish line of my first marathon.
Hello?
You won't believe where I am.
Are you running?
Mile 26. I'm gonna make it.
Switch to T-Mobile's 55 Plus plan and get iPhone 16e with its advanced camera system on us. Plus, 2 lines for just $30 a line.
Guys, I can't believe it.
I knew you could do it, babe.
That was amazing. Mom, how do you feel? I feel great. I can't feel my feet. Let's take a picture, and then you may carry me to the car.
Share every stride, every mile, every memory on America's best network. Switch to T-Mobile's 55 Plus plan and get iPhone 16e on us and 2 lines for just $30 a line.
With 24 monthly bill credits and 2 eligible port-ins on Essentials 55 Plus for well-qualified customers with autopay plus taxes, fees, and $35 device connection charge. Credits end and balance due if you pay off early or cancel. Contact us. Finance agreement 128 gigabytes, $599.99 required. Best mobile network in the U.S. based on analysis by Ookla of Speed Test Intelligence data 1H 2025. Visit T-Mobile.com.
Guys, tired all the time? Gaining weight? Low drive? These aren't just signs of aging. They could be low testosterone or other underlying issues. Right now, Revive Men's Health Sacramento is making it easier to get answers with a comprehensive wellness panel. It's not just a lab test, it's where better performance begins. Our providers will check your testosterone, blood sugar, cholesterol, kidney, liver, thyroid, and heart health. A $400 value for just $99, or free if you start treatment. Over 120,000 men have trusted Revive to restore their energy, mood, and confidence. So if you're ready to feel better and live stronger, call 916-619-3000. That's 916-619-3000. Or visit ReviveMen'sHealth.com. Offer ends November 30th. Must medically qualify. Terms apply. Contact us for full offer details.
Hey there, Mark and Tom, the travel and entertainment guys with you, brought to you by Sports Leisure Vacations. Time for our weekly travel tip, and with it, here's Mark.
A lot of folks who aren't frequent travelers take to the skies during the holidays. Things many of us know automatically about airport security, they aren't as familiar with. So here are some important holiday tips. Don't wrap your gifts. Repeat, don't wrap your gifts. If TSA has to take a look, guess what happens? The wrapping has to be coming off. Snow globes. They must be packed in your checked bag. They have too much liquid to come through in a carry-on. Hairstyling tools, on the other hand, must be in your carry-on, especially if they use lithium batteries. Keep your shoes on, but take your belt off. Best tip, put an Apple AirTag in bags with gifts in them. Homemade pies and cakes are generally fine at security, but cranberry sauce and spreadable things are considered liquids.
More tips to make you a smarter traveler Saturday at 11 a.m. right here on Sactown Sports 1140.
KNCI's Country in the Park is back May 8th and 9th. Cal Expo. Miranda Lambert. Sean Purdy. Chris Young. Turnpike Troubadours. Scott. And more. Line dancing. Live DJs. Mechanical Bull. Huge festival area. Food trucks. KNCI's Country in the Park. May 8th and 9th at Cal Expo. Tickets are on sale now at CITPFest.com. Your local sports leader in the 916.
KHD1 Sacramento, KYMX HD3 Sacramento.
From the Power Business Technology Toshiba Studios, Sactown Sports 1140.
only place in the morning to get your sports fix.
Live and vocal.
The Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross.
Jason Ross here with you. Christopher Law hanging out this morning on Sactown Sports. Carmichael Dave will be back with us on Monday. We're off Thursday and Friday for Thanksgiving and the day after. Dave is out today and tomorrow.
Where's the food, dude?
Cooking it up. Cooking up some food. Hopefully everybody getting ready for a feast with loved ones, family, and friends. Last night was fun. A lot of fun. We're in this hour. We got a lot to get to. We got Kings Rewind coming up at around 7:45. We'll do a little deeper dive into the Sacramento Kings game last night and some of the things that were said post-game. We got that coming up in 3 for Madness here shortly, as we have a lot of time spent on the Kings. 1 hour from now, Sean Salisbury will join us. In 2 hours at 9 o'clock, Sean Cunningham, who's covered the Kings for a long, long time. We'll talk with him from KCRA. He was also at the 49ers game, but he covers the Kings all the time. So we kind of have a double part of that covered with Sean a little bit later. And so we've got a lot coming up, but I mentioned this earlier. Before we get to 3 for Madness, we played the highlights in the last segment of really a great comeback and a great win last night. But one of my favorite things after the Kings win, is, especially at home, because I get to sit next to G-Man and hear him do these interviews, but he had a chance to talk to Malik Monk. And Malik was having a good night, I thought, but didn't play a ton, and then was an incredible closer in fourth quarter and overtime. But I love when those two guys get together. They just have a special chemistry. So here's the post-game conversation after the win. And by the way, in the background, you'll hear the countdown for the Light the Beam, which Keegan Murray was the one that lit the beam in the arena. But here's G-Man with Malik Monk.
You hear the fans responding to Scott Moak and the Keegan Murray. He'll get ready to light the beam. Malik's now on a headset. Punkster, can you hear us okay?
Yeah, G-Man, I can hear you.
Man, I tell you what, when you're down a dozen early fourth quarter against the team that you're seeing for the third time in 16, what do you think of? Where do you position yourself?
They seen us at our worst, man. So they haven't seen us at our best. So once we come out and play hard, I think we can compete with anybody, and that's what we did tonight.
You end up outscoring them 16-11 in that 5-minute overtime session. I think it ended up being 4 steals, numerous huge rebounds. The energy and the effort just seemed to be off the chart.
Yes, sir. G-Man, I feel like every time we get down, we know we got to scramble. So I think we got to stop getting down and play like that from the beginning. But every time we know we down, we just come out and fight even more.
I want to ask you about that diving save that you made at the other end of the floor from where you're positioned. You were head first after that, and you somehow steered it to a teammate before you touched the floor. How in the world did you pull that off?
Yeah, Jimmy, I just wanted it more, man. I felt like we needed this. The crowd was in it. The home crowd was in it. I feel like we owed them one here. We give a lot away. We gave a lot away early, so that was just for the fans, man, and me wanting it more.
My colleague Jason here, as the beam is now lit and Kings fans rejoice. Jason sliding me a note about the fact that after 3 quarters, you had taken 5 shots, you had scored just 7 points. You end the night with 22. How'd you do that?
DC let me play through my mistakes a little bit more, and I just kept with it. They kept telling me to shoot the ball, and when I'm aggressive, I feel like that's when the team is in a better place. So they just stayed on me, and yeah, I was just able to make some plays, G-Man.
Boy, we sure loved it. It was a most entertaining conclusion to this one, getting the first lead in overtime and then finding a way to get it done. Malik, thank you as always for your time.
Yes, sir. Thank you, G-Man.
All right.
I just love hearing those two together. That's great. And that effort, again, I saw a lot of pictures on social media afterwards of the full layout, sprawling Malik Monk. I mean, it almost looks like a football play. Like, imagine him carrying the football with one hand down, not any part of his body, not any other part, and stretching the ball out to go across the goal line. In this case, his hand is down, inbounds. The ball in the picture from the baseline is more than an arm's length out of bounds, and he somehow not only gets the ball, he saves it, keeps it in play, and was truly one of the great effort plays I've seen in a long, long time, and the result out of it was phenomenal. Just incredible. And Malik said there, I just wanted it more. Well, I know it's not always the case. They haven't always looked like that, but I think we have said this I don't know how many times and for how many years, and it's probably not exclusive to this fan base, but this is the fan base I'm talking to, and I know how you guys feel. If you can continue to put effort like that, I think fans will live with the results. And there were times when, you're losing by 41 to Memphis. You're feeling like, yeah, they're not playing well, but is the effort there? Do they care? What's going on here? Well, last night, it sure looked like they cared. It sure looked like they wanted to win. It sure looked like they wanted to feel proud of themselves, have the fans show them love, and they got all of that. They got all of the reward of all of their hard effort, and I'm glad they got the ultimate reward, which was a victory. And that was really, really nice to see. And so that's 2 in a row. They deserved it. That's a great comeback and a lot to be proud of. All right, let's go ahead and do it. It's time to go for 3 for Madness. 3 questions, 3 answers. So, Chris, let's fire away. It's 3 for Madness time.
3 questions, 3 answers. It's 3 for Madness on the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross.
Here's question 1.
All right, Chris, what you got in question 1?
What was the most interesting part of the game last night?
Well, it's hard to pick one thing because everything about it was interesting to me. But I was waiting to play this, and this is something I was hinting at earlier. So it wasn't maybe Monk's diving play. It wasn't the clutch play of DeRozan or Keegan Murray. It was really, to me, the most interesting thing, and I want you guys to hear this post-game from DeMar DeRozan.
DeMar, how much does having Keegan back kind of change the dynamic of your guys' game on offense?
It's everything. It's everything. Keegan is key to this team. It's his team. He's one of those guys that's going to be very, very special in this league, and he's showing it. With his dynamic play on both ends. He changes the game. When his confidence is high, the things he's able to do makes it a lot easier on us. So, it's pretty obvious.
I thought that was an insightful and intriguing answer. This is a veteran group that has a Hall of Famer in Russell Westbrook, a Hall of Famer in DeMar DeRozan, an all-star in Zach LaVine, all-star in Domantas Sabonis. Their careers still have some more meat on it where they're going to ultimately take their careers. And going back to media day, this is something where Dave and I had a chance to talk to Keegan Murray. And we actually posed the question to Keegan that he's never been in the position to kind of be the number 1 or really number 2, sometimes not even the number 3 option. Did he think he could be that? And he said yes, in a classic, typical Keegan type of way. And last night, to me, felt like a game where the Kings were relying on him. He's been an important piece to the team before. That's not what I'm saying. He's had moments where he's been the best player in a game, and the best player on a night or in stretches, or had the 47-point game against the Jazz. But it was Fox. It was Sabonis. It could be Monk. It could be other people that Harrison Barnes, Herder, he was on the team, an important part of the team. Really, last year was asked to do so much defensively. Now he's still asked to do so much defensively, and this just being his 3rd game back, 2nd as a starter, which they've won both, by the way, has been asked to do a lot more and carry a lot more of the offensive burden. And so far, it sure looks like he can do that. And he's building confidence. He's building confidence in himself, his confidence in his teammates. And for them to say that, or for DeMar to say that about him, I thought was really revealing, to say this is his team. And he followed up with this about Keegan Murray.
There's no limits on Keegan. None. And he shouldn't think there's any limits. To him, it's just, it's everything. The way he's able to score, get downhill, shoot the ball, defensively, the things he's able to do, continue to grow on that. He's young, he's special. So that's what I mean by that. Just him knowing there's nothing he can't do on that court.
These are powerful statements. I think a couple games ago when maybe it was Denver game. Sorry, they're blending together, but the Kings won, and Malik Monk was a post-game guest, and was asked what Keegan means, and his first word was the same thing that DeMar said: everything. Keegan means everything. This roster still imbalanced. It still has its discrepancies for size and just different things, but Keegan lengthens it out a bit and helps so much defensively. But certainly I don't want to diminish his offense, and I think they're asking for more of him. He made timely threes. He was aggressive. He was getting to the basket. He looked to shoot. And if he's starting to develop that to me is encouraging. That's a role. They put him in the summer league maybe 2 years ago, if you guys remember that. But, okay, it's like, hey, you can't take too many shots. Keegan, go shoot the ball 35 times. He played in the California Classic and, I think did that for a couple games, and then they shut him down. But this is the real time now, and this is against other veterans and other pros and the other teams that are going to scheme and try to slow him down. He's still in that window where I think when, opposing teams come in, they're going to scheme against Sabonis when healthy. They're going to scheme against DeRozan and Levine. They're going to start switching their MO and really start trying to slow down Keegan, so he's going to have to get to that counterpoint. But the fact that when you look at what Scott Perry, what I believe is his vision, what he's kind of shared, what we heard from Sam Amick's article, that I still believe they want to move on from some of these veterans. One of his first moves was to extend Keegan Murray. Doesn't mean they can't trade Keegan, but it's letting you believe that Keegan is a foundation piece of what they're doing going forward. And the fact that he's doing what he's doing right now, still very early in his return, starts to build some confidence in that long-term winning sustainability that Scott Perry and even Monty McNair talked about before. So, to me, of all the great things that happened, the relentless, never-ending effort was important. The crowd was awesome. The comeback was great. The question was, what was the most interesting part of the game last night? That was it. DeMar DeRozan saying, this is Keegan Murray's team. The keys have been passed. Whether it was ever, who was holding it in the between time? Was it Sabonis? I don't know. It was kind of Fox's team. But I like the outlook of that, especially while Sabonis is out, and he's going to be a little while. We don't know what trades will be made. But potentially building around him doesn't mean he has to be the best player going forward, but what he's doing is what I believe Coach Christie and Scott Perry want: as many two-way players as they can find, effort, energy, hustle, versatile. Keegan's doing a lot of those things, and I thought that was very, very interesting. All right, let's get to question number 2.
Question 2.
DeMar DeRozan made more history last night, moving past Alex English for the 24th all-time in scoring. By the end of the year, where will Debo and Russ end up?
Yeah, they keep moving up the ladder not each and every game, but they keep passing people along their journey and their amazing Hall of Fame career. Let's hear a little bit from DeRozan on that feat of passing Alex English.
I mean, just being within that, it really don't hit me until like later on where, you realize, it's only so many people ahead of you when it comes to scoring. But, passing Alex English, it's special to me because he was my mentor my rookie year. He taught me a lot. I used to sit there and listen to him talk about his ability to score, and I learned so much from him. So to be able to be sitting here and be able to pass somebody that, mentored me at 19 years old, is definitely a cool thing.
Yeah, so DeMar moving to 24th, passing Alex English. He's now about 16 clear of him. He's now chasing Vince Carter. He's within 99 points of Vince Carter, so that's a number he's going to knock down here in a few games. The one directly above that is Steph Curry. Well, he's going up the ladder as well. But if all goes well this season for DeMar DeRozan, whether he's a King or if he's the guys they ultimately trade, he's going to get the likes of Vince Carter. He's going to get likely Kevin Garnett, I think John Havlicek, and then probably Paul Pierce this year. There's a shot at Tim Duncan as well. In between, as I mentioned, Steph Curry, who's active, and Russell Westbrook, who's active. As far as Russell, he's currently 18th. He's right now, 44 points behind Tim Duncan. So Russ is going to move to 17 here shortly. Right after that, he'll get to Dominique Wilkins. He will likely get to Oscar Robertson and probably Akeem Olajuwon this season. by the end of the year, Russ could be in about 14th place all time in scoring. So to watch what these guys have done in their bulk of their careers on other teams, but now watching them do that here in Sacramento is kind of a fun just journey, part of their journey to watch. And by the way, on the other part of Westbrook, he's, one of the 8 players that have gone over 1,000 career assists. He's going to get Magic Johnson this season. I don't think he'll quite catch Mark Jackson for 6th, but golly, if you just start thinking about some of the names these guys are passing every, other week here, that's truly impressive. So it's fun to see them do this on their way, on their journey. But, pretty significant mark. And that was cool what DeMar had to say about what Alex English meant to him and having some historical perspective on some of the greats of the game. All right, let's get to question number 3.
The NBA season is 1 month old. What has stood out to you the most so far?
Well, there's a couple things that are standing out. I mean, we always generally lean towards the positives and the good surprises. I wouldn't say I'm surprised at the Thunder, but 17-1 I think is staggering. So that's one thing to watch going forward. Are the Thunder going to, get into that Chicago Bulls, Golden State Warriors record-setting pace, which they're there now? Are they going to maintain that? I think the other thing of note, at least in the Western Conference to me, I think there's been a general blanket statement for the better part of a decade about the West. It's a juggernaut. It's so impossible. This conference is so good from top to bottom. I would push back on that this year. I don't, as of now, 18 to 20 games in, it's not. It's very top heavy. If you look at the standings, you've got, I'm going to work from 8 up. So the top 8. These are the teams that are above 500. Warriors now above 500 at 10-9. Minnesota's 10-7. Phoenix 11-7. Spurs 11-5. Now you're starting to get to the really elite records. Rockets 11-4. Lakers 12-4. Nuggets 13-4. And the Thunder 17-1. But behind all that, everybody's below 500. Blazers 8-10. Grizzlies 6-12. Jazz 5-12. Clippers 5-12. Kings 5-13. Dallas 5-14, New Orleans 3-15. It is not that great of a Western Conference. Again, the elite is awesome. That's a top shelf. It's a tier. I really feel like the tier is Oklahoma City, and then the next group. But that next group is really good, and then it's just a mishmash of teams at the bottom that are either injured, underperforming, both bad, whatever it might be, and so. I was thinking about this last night, and as part of that surprise, well, let me get back to that in a moment because I want to give a couple more surprises and what stood out to me. Certainly the top of the East, because I think teams like 8, 9, and 10, or 8, 10, and 11, I should say, I thought would be competing for the top of the West, even with injuries. But Orlando at 10-8, Boston, I know Tatum's out, but 9-8. Milwaukee lost their 5th in a row. They're 8-10. They would be outside of the play-in right now. But I go to the top. Here's Miami at 12-6. That part's not necessarily that surprising. What's surprising me is that they are leading the league in scoring. This was a team that used to just choke you out in the games that would get like 90 points years ago. And now here they are, the highest scoring team in the league, and they've gone above 140 many times. They're in 3rd. Toronto, winners of 8 in a row. They're 13-5. And Detroit tied their franchise record last night with 13 consecutive wins. They're now 15-2. So that part has stood out to me as a surprise. So let me get back to the weird spot that I think the Sacramento Kings can find themselves in. So to kind of clean things up and to tie it all back together about what we were talking about the Kings, because there's people split on our chats and on a YouTube and on our text line that one are thrilled for the win and excited and can compartmentalize that on its own. And others are thinking, oh, man, too many wins. This is hurting they want the worst lottery pick. They want the better lottery pick, I should say. Well, first off, I'd say it's just 2 wins. They're also 5-13. They got a long way to go. They're still very much at the bottom. But my point here being is I think there's some weird scenario that could still happen for this Sacramento Kings team. And what I want to lay out here is At 5-13, I think this Kings team still sees that vision of needing to trade some of their players. I think that's. I'm not fooled by what they've done the last couple of days. I'm thrilled by it, but I'm still taking parts of what I still think that team could be inside potential future trades. So if they moved off, I'm just going to use, to me, the three most intriguing players that they could possibly trade, and some are going to be more difficult than others, but if we're talking about Sabonis, LaVine, DeRozan, those are three of the veterans that I think could fetch something for them that fits into what they're trying to do, is kind of restructure the roster, get a little more balance, get a little more financial freedom, get a little younger, and try to build some assets and future picks. I think those guys are all capable of doing that. And if, let's just say, in some world where somehow, some way they dealt all three, I'm making all of this up for this point. Initially, you're thinking, well, one, they're probably getting lesser players in return, or maybe future assets that aren't helping present day. Yes, that's probably relatively some of the targets they want to try to hit. But I wouldn't be entirely surprised if they were able to do something like that, and in return, got a few players that could, help in the short term. It unblocks some of the guys that aren't getting to play as much. Maybe more things are now emphasized, like I talked about earlier, about this seemingly now might be Keegan's team. What does that look like? What does he look like as option 1 or 2 offensively? Certainly option number 1 defensively. More in a leadership role, more of like, this is the guy's DNA that's on the team, mixed in still with a guy like Russ and Monk and Achua, who's been a fine pickup, and just some of the other guys that are still here, opening up some more Reynaud and Clifford minutes. Along the lines, could they possibly still, because of the awfulness of the bottom part of the West, by product, sneak back into the mix? Not in a way that has typically been done by this organization, going, hey, we need one more veteran, one more move here to elevate them. This wouldn't be the case in my mind. This would be making the pragmatic and smart, decisive moves that help the team long-term, but in a weird way, short-term, might still find themselves in a mix because the bottom of the West is that bad. Again, still could be a lottery team, still could win the lottery, still could make your trades, still could be doing all the growth. But it's kind of a weird spot they could find themselves in, strictly because the Western Conference has been that bad. So I don't want to confuse the last 2 games that they figured this all out, but I think some things are starting to develop along the way. And that most telling thing that we just played of DeMar DeRozan saying, Keegan means everything, this is Keegan's team, was a powerful, powerful statement to me. So we're going to talk more about that when we come back. More about this game, more post-game reaction. A reminder coming up at 7:45. We're going to get Kings Rewind. That's coming your way. So we got a lot more to get into. Really a thrilling night of basketball, an impressive night. If you want to get in, you can call in too at 916-339-1140, 1-800-920-1140. We're back with more here on Sactown Sports.
Download the Sactown Sports app.
Sacramento sports in your pocket. This is Sactown Sports 1140.
Carmichael Dave here for American Energy Heat and Air. Right now, breaking news, they're upgrading their offering to include plumbing, bringing that same expertise and experience to the plumbing space. They're no longer just heat and air. They're now your American Energy home pros. You hear me talk about them as your second opinion partner. Now you can still get second opinions on any HVAC service or replacement, and now you can get a second opinion on any of your plumbing services. They'll come out to your house for free, and they'll give you a second opinion and almost certainly save you money. Oh, but wait, there's more. With winter coming up, how about a free furnace special? With full system installation, you're getting a free furnace, not a discounted furnace, a free furnace, and up to $4,000 in rebates while that funding lasts. So get there right now, 916-520-9990. That's 916-520-9990 or AmericanEnergyAir.com. American Energy, making the uncomfortable comfortable.
At Fisher Investments, we may seem like other money managers, but we're different.
What makes you so different than the rest of us?
We ensure clients receive unparalleled service at every step of the relationship.
Tell me more.
Our investment counselors focus on service over sales, prioritizing clients' needs.
How do you make money?
We don't sell any commission-based products. We have a simple management fee based on the value of our client's portfolio. So we do better when our clients do better.
What about client portfolios?
We get to know each client, their finances, family, health, lifestyle, and more, and then we tailor a portfolio based on their specific goals and needs.
Your clients really come first then, huh?
Yes, we make them a top priority. Our goal is helping them achieve a comfortable retirement.
Wow, maybe we are different.
At Fisher Investments, we're clearly different. Learn more at FisherInvestments.com.
Investing in securities involves the risk of loss.
Kohl's Black Friday deals are here. Grab your coffee and put on your sneakers because it's go time. Through Saturday, save up to 50% on everything from toys to beauty faves, winter styles, and more. Plus, earn $15 Kohl's Cash for every $50 spent. Yep, that's extra Kohl's Cash. So run, don't walk. Just hold on tight to that coffee. Select styles, some exclusions apply. Coupons and Kohl's Cash do not apply to Sephora. Offers end November 29th. See store or Kohls.com for details.
If you love to travel, Capital One has a rewards credit card that's perfect for you. With the Capital One Venture X card, you earn unlimited double miles on everything you buy. Plus, you get premium benefits at a collection of luxury hotels when you book on Capital One Travel. And with Venture X, you get access to over 1,000 airport lounges worldwide. Open up a world of travel possibilities with the Capital One Venture X card. What's in your wallet?
Terms apply. Lounge access is subject to change. See CapitalOne.com for details.
Light the world through the giving machines. Experience the joy of giving this season and helping those in need. Now through December 8th at the Galleria Mall, Roseville, and Vintage Fair Mall, Modesto.
Carmichael Dave.
He has very good sources, and he just kind of tells it as it is and gets to the point.
Jason Ross.
He has a lot of pretty smart things to say.
He's good at what he does.
On Sactown Sports.
Well, Sacramento made it through the gauntlet, the 18 games that we talked about before the season. I think ironically, as our texter says, Dave gets bragging rights. 5-13 in the first 18. He did pick 5-13. They had to win the last two.
No.
You're not giving it to him?
No.
Why? He said they were going to go 5-13.
Because if he were to say, yeah, they're going to go 5-13 with Sabonis out, Keegan's missing almost all of it.
Yeah.
Then I would give it to him. But if you're telling him before he made his prediction,
He would have lowered the bar.
Yes.
Okay. That's fair. And statistically, I mean, factually, the way the season has gone, they have had the most difficult schedule. If you look the rest of the way, they have the easiest schedule. I don't know if that's going to mean anything. We saw that, right? They've played 2 games against teams below 500 this year. Beat the Jazz. That was good. Lost to the Grizzlies by 41. That was not so good. That felt like a low point just a couple games ago. Last night, for this season, the high point was last night. I mean, there were so many great moments in the game. And just to hear the crowd, to see them get fired up. Let's hear how they sounded like. Let's check in with some Malik magic.
I have the ball in the hands of Malik Monk, drives inside, and Gobert reaches for the left-hand high window. Magic performed by Malik Monk off the drive. He had to get that one to the very tip top of the backboard with a soft touch, and it fell back into the netting.
Yeah, let's hear more of that fourth quarter buzz in the building. It was hot in the building like yesterday.
Turns, dumps it out to Monk, launches a three. He's got the triple. We're back to a 5-point game. 18 for Monk, 11 in the fourth quarter. It's 99-94.
All right, well, it was nice to see, and kind of what we addressed earlier, DeMar DeRozan talking about Keegan Murray, that this is his team. Keegan had a career-high 15 rebounds. He had 26 points. He played 44 minutes. That's the other thing. Keegan is just coming back. And I think one of the things we all said, well, you got to let him kind of ease in. He played the first game off the bench. He started the last 2. He's played a ton of minutes. And they're shuffling everyone else around, and I think Doug Christie should. Like, if Zach LaVine's cooking, play him. He wasn't cooking. Take him out. There were moments where, honestly, last night, I think it's tough to decide at times, Schroeder or Westbrook. I thought Schroeder was having the better game. He went back to Westbrook. It proved to be a good point. I mean, Westbrook was a good closer last night. DeMar DeRozan was a great closer. Eubanks started. Achua played a bunch of the game at the end. He was instrumental. How good of a pickup has he been? So Monk wasn't playing a ton, but I thought when he first played all right. Then he was the closer, and you put Levine to the bench. So I think Doug pulled a lot of the right strings, but along the way, the through line through the entirety of the game, playing 44 minutes, was Keegan Murray. And let's hear a little bit more from Keegan, and he addressed the building and the Kings fans and that crowd.
It was a long 8 games. I think we hadn't won in like 2 weeks or something like that. So the fact that we were 4-13 and we had a crowd like that is just shows kind of how special Sacramento is, and they brought incredible energy. And to get 2 wins in a row when we were out at our backs was big.
I think Keegan even referenced somewhere along the line that he had gone back at some point and watched the Game 1 intros of the playoffs and realized how great this crowd can be. They are. It is a great crowd. That's never been questioned. But the crowd was awesome, but the team gave them a reason to show its true colors. And, Keegan was attacking the game. I think that was a really important part. And Keegan addressed that about him trying to be a little bit more aggressive.
I think I just had a really good off season. I got away from Sacramento a little bit. I feel like I just kind of unlocked a different mindset going into this year, and obviously I couldn't really start the season. Obviously I missed a month to start, and for me it's just kind of finding my rhythm back, and each game I'm getting more comfortable on the court. So aggression is not really an issue for me this year.
Keegan later also talked about kind of what they've been going through. Look, this has been as bad of a stretch, honestly, historically. Look, the Sacramento Kings franchise for 41 years has had more losing seasons than winning seasons. Obviously, they've had all this long playoff drought, got the taste of the playoffs with the Beam team. But there's been lean years. We all know that. And there's been some really bad teams. But this 8-game losing streak statistically was the worst one they've ever had. They've had longer losing streaks, but the 8-gamer was the margin of defeat. Like, they were non-competitive. And so you're thinking, wait, with this roster, how is this the worst 8-game stretch they've had? Well, Keegan talked about beating Denver, winning last night, kind of getting the monkey off their back and getting a little bit back on track.
I mean, I feel like it was almost getting a monkey off our back. It was a long road trip. Honestly, I wasn't there for half of it, but we struggled a little bit on that road trip. So I think to get back home after winning in Denver, which was a big win, and having a night like this, crowd-wise, was huge. And just keep moving forward, and I think that'll just hopefully progress us into a better record.
Yeah, so kind of the question that I want to address to you guys, to have you chime in on the chat, certainly on the text line at 916-339-1140. Are you comfortable with the statement that DeMar DeRozan said, this is Keegan's team? And however that looks to you, however that manifests, I still think you can have leadership from Russell Westbrook. I've talked about him for weeks, about how he's comfortable in that role. Like, something as small as being the first one to lead the team out of the tunnel may seem like a little thing, and it probably is. But a lot of times teams just have a rookie coming out there. Russell's like, no, I'm going to be the one that's representing this team first out onto the floor. That can still be in existence. You could still have great play from your center and Domantas Sabonis. You could still have like the veteran snipers and DeRozan and Levine here. But kind of the one going forward right now, the way this roster is constructed, and I think and I say long-term, and in NBA terms, I think we all need to get comfortable with like 3 years, because just teams change too much. To have Steph, Draymond, and Clay, I guess, but now Clay's not there. Like, that's just not that common anymore. Teams shuffle and shake things up, but for the kind of the immediate long term, if there's such a thing, the next 2 to 3 years, Keegan's going to be seemingly a central force of what they're doing. And I am okay with that. I want to see if that was kind of the unknown to me. Could Keegan be considered a feature piece? He has had feature moments, but it's different when, Fox is doing the heavy lifting, or Sabonis is constantly doing the heavy lifting, or others on this team. Can Keegan do this on a consistent basis. I'm not saying he's an all-star. I'm saying, can he be kind of the guy for this team? And with other people helping out, other contributions. But DeRozan said, look, this is his team. I thought it was interesting. Here's more from Keegan on other guys playing well, including the lineup he was on the floor with.
I think we were just able to switch 1 through 5, which is, I feel like, has been big for us because it makes us stay in our defense, our standard defense. And I think we held Minnesota like 101 points or something like that in 4 quarters. And I think we made it tough on them with our rotations. And Precious has been really good. I feel like he's gotten more comfortable the longer he's been here. And he was a spark plug for us for sure today.
Yeah, Precious, I don't want to diminish his role. Again, that's a in-season signing of someone that was just a free agent out there. But in 34 minutes, 10 points, 7 rebounds, used his fouls. He had 4 of them, had a block, had a steal. And the Kings had 4 overtime steals yesterday. They had 9 for the game. So in the last 5 minutes, they had 4 steals. There were the hustle plays. There was just tough traffic rebounds that they had to get. They didn't get all of them. They're smaller, still smaller than every team they play. But it was really one of those things where everybody was going in the same direction. And that didn't mean some guys weren't struggling. Some guys didn't play their best. But it felt like everybody was pulling on the rope, as coaches will say, whatever analogy you want to go. But they were all moving in the same direction. And, something as little as, I don't know if you saw it, where DeMar DeRozan got a dunk. I think it was in the 3rd quarter. Crashed to the court. There's a stoppage of play, and everyone on the court ran to go get him. Everyone on the bench ran to go get him. This was a team that probably felt at its lowest. I hope it did feel at its lowest after the Memphis game. I know I felt terribly about the way they played. And then here's last night. You're going, man, this is less than a week later, and they look great. And that's the way this league can work. And DeMar kind of addressed how they all did play together yesterday.
Where did that come from tonight with the group?
Been a hell of a start of a season, man. A lot of frustration, from losing, kind of getting embarrassed on the road. At home, it was on us to shift that energy. And, we got to come out and compete every single night, That's all it is, just pride. Everybody just pulling together through tough times. That's all it is.
Well, they showed it. They haven't been doing that enough, and if that's what we were looking for, a prideful type performance. That was great to see. It really was. When I asked and addressed about Keegan, a text line says, if that's how Keegan's team is going to play, then yes, that was Sacramento Kings basketball last night. Okay. I hope so. I hope there's more of that. I really do. You got to do that with consistency, not one night, but a couple of good nights in a row, and I will maintain that. Look, if they ended up losing last night, like if they had a bad 5 minutes in overtime, I think we could all accept it. It would have hurt, but accept it. And I think when they were in that 8-game losing streak, again, I think you could compare the 8-game losing streak they had to when they were losing at the very, very beginning of the season. All those games that they were in, it's like, oh, man, a play here, a play there, maybe they win this game. But then once they fell off the cliff, they fell off the cliff. And it didn't seem like they were going to be able to find a win. When's that ever going to happen? Oh, yeah, Keegan's coming back, but he's not going to make up for 30-point differences. Well, he has made a big difference so far. The players have responded. I think Russell's hustle has been contagious. Look, far from a perfect team. Far from it. I mean, the discrepancies they have with their lineup, the imbalances are all still there. And a very important player to the puzzle is out, too. Let's keep in mind that Domantas Sabonis is out. But I think they are scrapping and clawing and doing exactly what they have to do to maximize their chance to win games. Still 5-13, still a rough start, still a long way to go. But nights like last night, I think, make everyone feel a little better. Another thing that can make you feel better, makes me feel better, is Kings Rewind. How did it go last night? If you somehow, some way missed the game, we'll tell you how it went in our own unique style. Kings Rewind next.
The Drive Guys, weekdays 2 p.m. to 6 p.m.
on Sactown Sports 1140.
Progressive has great customer service, and it's easy to reach us because great and easy is the way to be. Like salads, great for you, and so easy you can put any group of veggies in a bowl and it's a salad. A full carrot with a head of cabbage, weird, but still a salad. 1 radish and a couple of green beans, also a salad. 14 blueberries, half an onion, and a sunchoke? Odd, yes, but an odd salad. So contact Progressive's customer service by phone, app, or online. It's great and easy, just like salad. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates.
This is the story of the one. As a custodial supervisor at a high school, he knows that during cold and flu season, germs spread fast. It's why he partners with Grainger to stay fully stocked on the products and supplies he needs, from tissues to disinfectants to floor scrubbers. All so that he can help students, staff, and teachers stay healthy and focused. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
What's up? We're talking to Chad Hoblet of Hoblet Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram in Woodland. Chad, tell me all about the Black Friday sales event.
Right now, save up to $15,000 off MSRP on the brand new 2025 Jeep Gladiator Sport S. Or, if that deal isn't good enough, lease one for as little as $189 a month for 36 months.
Ooh, my brother had one of these, and he absolutely loved it.
Most people who do love its versatility. But Hoblet is more than just Jeep. Whatever you're looking for, you can find it at the Hoblet Certified Pre-Owned Supercenter. We have over 220 vehicles waiting for you at HobletDodge.com.
Search, select, and save at HobletDodge.com. Unbeatable prices, unbeatable selection. Nobody beats Hoblet, period.
$13,000 total net savings after $92.50 factory rebates and $37.50 dealer discounts. Rebates include $92.50 lease bonus cash. Must finance through Stellantis. Residency restrictions apply. $189 special lease with $19.95 due at signing. 10,000 miles per year, 30 cents per mile over for well-qualified buyers with 720 plus FICO score, plus tax, license fees, and dealer accessories. To get this net savings, VIN numbers 546328, 546330. See dealer for details.
Call Maverick Electrical to claim your free furnace tune-up or electrical safety check with a donation. This month, donate 5 canned foods to Maverick Electric's Holiday Food Drive and get a free furnace tune-up or electrical safety check. They'll collect your cans at the appointment and make sure your heat stays comfy and your lights stay steady, so the only thing whistling is the kettle, not your ductwork. Visit callamaverick.com to schedule your free tune-up today. What would a Maverick do? Because you're a Maverick too. Limited appointments, some restrictions apply. Give to get with no gimmicks. Sacramento, the wait is over. The all-new Hard Rock Sports Bar is here at Hard Rock Hotel and Casino, Sacramento at Fire Mountain. Enjoy the ultimate 24/7 sports watching destination with 20 big screens with all the action for the premier game day experience. There's no other place you'd want to be to watch all the games with you and your friends. Now open at Hard Rock Hotel and Casino, Sacramento at Fire Mountain. For more details, visit casino.hardrock.com/Sacramento.
At Bank of America, we asked our teammates, what makes this company a great place to work?
There's very little that you can't accomplish working for Bank of America.
If you prove yourself, you can try over in a totally new way.
You can learn so much here. You're the owner of your career.
See how our teammates are growing in their careers at bankofamerica.com/great place to work. What would you like the power to do? Bank of America, proud to be an equal opportunity employer.
Hey, I'm Steffi. You may know me from your social feed. I go big for the holidays, so I'm going to Famous Footwear because the best gifts are giving famous. My friends and family are gonna love all these styles from Nike, Adidas, Crocs, New Balance, Skechers, and more. With over 800 stores, you're never far from the perfect gift. So make your list and make it famous. Come in today for buy one pair, get one half off at your local Famous Footwear or famous.com. Some exclusions apply.
Guys, tired all the time, gaining weight, low drive? These aren't just signs of aging. They could be low testosterone or other underlying issues. Right now, Revive Men's Health Sacramento is making it easier to get answers with a comprehensive wellness panel. It's not just a lab test, it's where better performance begins. Our providers will check your testosterone, blood sugar, cholesterol, kidney, liver, thyroid, and heart health. A $400 value for just $99, or free if you start treatment. Over 120,000 men have trusted Revive to restore their energy, mood, and confidence. So if you're ready to feel better and live stronger, call 916-619-3000. That's 916-619-3000. Or visit ReviveMen'sHealth.com. Offer ends November 30th.
Must medically qualify. Terms apply. Contact us for full offer details.
The Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross.
Call or text at 916-339-1140.
On Sactown Sports.
That's right. Check in with us this morning like this text. Mr. Keegan Monk was every Kings fan watching when he saved that ball from going out of bounds. Again, that picture is awesome. That was floating around. Him just sprawled, laid out completely to save that. Incredible. Incredible play. Incredible moment. We thank all of you for checking in, whether you're on YouTube. Hello, we see you. Thank you for being there. Hit that thumbs up button while you're there. Sean Salisbury is going to join us in about 15 minutes. Sean Cunningham.
Let's kick it.
Will kick it with us at 9. We'll talk even more Kings with him. We got some NFL with Sean. And a lot more about the Kings, who winners last night. 117-112 in overtime over the Minnesota Timberwolves. So that 18-game
Wait,
schedule,
they won?
They did win.
Ooh, I'm going to change the rewind up a bit.
Ooh, maybe my script wasn't clear. But we mentioned that 18-game gauntlet with 9 games against Minnesota, OKC, and Denver. And I think we even speculated beforehand, how many games are they going to get? And they were 0-7. And then they won the last 2. So 2-7. It's not great, but I'm glad they didn't go 0 against all those teams. So they got swept by OKC, 1-2 against Minnesota, 1-2 against Denver. But maybe, just maybe, you missed the game. And if you did, shame on you. But we're going to help you out in a little thing we call Kings Rewind.
The Kings Rewind. What actually happened last night? Let's travel together. Brought to you by Revival at the Sawyer.
That's right. It is brought to you by our friends at Revival at Sawyer. You can show your Sactown Sports 1140 app at Revival. Buy one beverage, get another 50% off your next beverage. And that's good for the entire month of November. So just show that app, get yourself some beverages, have a good time, and talk Kings. What are we doing? Talking Kings. All right, here we go. Rewind. Well, before the season even started, everyone stared at the Kings schedule and knew how brutal the first 18 games were going to be.
I thought you came here looking for a challenge. Duh! A challenge I could do.
Well, Monday night would conclude that gauntlet, which factually was the NBA's toughest schedule.
I didn't hear no bell.
With injuries, with the schedule, and honestly poor play, the one thing that this Kings squad has been unable to do was win 2 games in a row, and they were looking for that against the Minnesota Timberwolves.
We won a game yesterday. If we win one today, that's 2 in a row. We win one tomorrow, that's called a winning streak. It has happened before. So let's see some hustle. Let's jack it up a little.
Well, the beginnings.
And DC sounds different.
He does, but, he's been yelling a lot, so maybe that's his voice. The beginning started slowly. Out of the gates, the Kings missed 7 of their first 8 shots, trailed by 7, only had 2 points, and they already had 4 turnovers.
Here we go again.
Well, insert some substitutions of Schroeder, Reynaud, and Achua.
What are you, celebrating or sneezing?
Well, the Kings were back in business as they trailed by just 4 after 1 quarter.
Good at business.
In the second, Doug Christie didn't agree with the call by the referee, so he challenged. He won. He's now 9-3 on said challenges.
Correctamundo.
Also in the second, the Kings found themselves down by a game-high 14 points, but used a 9-0 run late in the quarter to storm back by halftime.
Now we're starting to roll, boys.
Well, the third quarter featured a couple of very rare occurrences.
Ooh, look at this. This is very, very rare in these parts.
First, DeMar DeRozan had a jam in traffic?
I'm glad D-Rose came home. Y'all didn't deserve him neither.
So surprised, the entire team, the bench included, raced over to help him up off the ground.
Help is on the way, dear!
Also in the third, Keegan was called for a foul, and he actually jumped up and down in a rare display of Keegan emotion.
Pass the blame. The buffoonery is endless. You're going to pay for what you've done, and it won't be cheap.
Debo stayed hot in the third quarter and kept racking up points and ultimately moved past Alex English for 24th all-time in NBA scoring history.
Go home, smell you later.
As we head to the fourth, it was Minnesota 82, Sacramento 77.
A hope, a chance.
That's right, a hope and a chance. In the early part of the fourth, Coach Christie elected to challenge another call. He won. He's now 10-3 on challenges, but the Kings were going to be without timeouts for the last 8.5 minutes of the game.
I'm trying real hard to be the shepherd.
Without timeouts, and without an ability to stop the momentum, the game was sliding as Minnesota behind Anthony Edwards built a 99-89 lead with just 3 minutes to play.
Help me help you. Help me help you.
Well, here's some help. A Malik Monk hoop, a Malik Monk 3, a Malik Monk dunk, and here come the Kings.
I'm a pizza guy.
Then an and one by DeMar, and for the first time since 2-2, this game was tied.
I ain't heard no fat lady.
Forget the fat lady. You're obsessed with the fat lady.
After each team matched free throws, Sacramento had a chance to win it in regulation, but would miss. And for the first time all season for both teams, we're going to overtime.
I had the ball with 3 seconds left. Then Belding starts yelling, "Shoot your hopes and dreams." And by the time I realized he meant the ball, the game was over.
Well, in OT, the Kings would take over with precision offense, timely defense, and an all-out effort that was palpable. One of those plays was a fully extended diving save by Malik Monk that put the Kings fans into a frenzy.
We're gonna go nuts in there.
The closing lineup was Precious, Keegan, Malik, DeMar, and Russell, and that combination was very impressive.
Not bad at all.
Well, in the end, they made their free throws, got 4 steals in OT, and for the first time all season, that's 2 beam sightings in a row. That's as good of a win as they've had in a long time. As Debo went for 33.
I'm glad D-Rose came home. Y'all didn't deserve him neither.
Keegan had 26 points and a career-high 15 rebounds.
Hot damn!
Your final, Sacramento 117, Minnesota 112 in overtime. Dang it. Almost made it through a Minnesota rewind without that one. Well done. So now you know how it played out. All right, I'm going to do it one more time just because I'm a glutton for punishment. Your final, Sacramento 117, Minnesota 112 in overtime. That was great. That was great.
Damn!
Let's see. YouTubers, we know Dave is somewhere smiling at J. Ross right now. Okay. J. Ross and Verlaud always deliver. Thank you for that. Chef's kiss, back-to-back beams, applause meter. We'll take it. Kings deserve it. Rewind, it's fun either way, but it is more fun when they win.
Way more fun.
Yeah? Rewind's a little feisty when they lose. And I feel like Rewind attacks me sometimes. I'll take it. That's fine. Maybe I ask for it, but here we go. Standing ovation. Bravo, gentlemen. Bravo. Thank you. Too kind. Too kind. And really, honestly, do really love the feedback. I told Chris in the break. Had a couple people yesterday come up to me at the arena saying they love Rewind. So, thank you.
The surprise of all for me was the high flyer.
Yes.
He was just like, oh, my God, guys, the Rewind. I'm making sure I'm listening to it. I'm like, whoa, where's this coming from?
Yeah, and then G-Man referenced it during a game, too. I think it was actually I think Gary had said to Henry, like, let's rewind. Can we rewind this game? And then Henry did and then G-Man right away is like, where's Christopher Laud? It was great. Absolutely great. So, a lot of fun. The guys deserved it. They played really well. And so glad to see it come through for this is good. I'm glad this one came up here. Dwayne, a regular, says, I was really hoping the Malik F-bomb would be in Rewind. I heard a lot of people say something that there was a huge F-bomb that you could hear from Malik.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so sometimes we can hear it through I did not hear that. Do you know when and where that was?
I don't remember when it was, but it was on
during
TV.
A play?
Huh?
It was during a play or something?
I want to say it was like when out of bounds. It was like play had stopped.
Uh-huh. And you just clear as can be.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. All right. Well, that's good. I did not hear that. Usually we do, but did not hear that one last night. But obviously the viewing audience did. All right. That's it for this hour. Still 2 more hours to go. A lot more Kings discussion coming up. Really got to dive more into that concept of, is this Keegan Murray's team? Can this 2-game winning streak be something they truly do build on, and not for a sense of, hey, this season is going to be completely fixed with this roster? They still have to address the needs that they've been talking about, but are there some building blocks inside here that they can go forward with? We'll do all that. But when we come back, we'll get into some football. Niners won last night. Wasn't pretty. We'll talk about that with Sean Salisbury. Checks in with us each and every Tuesday. So Sean Salisbury next here on Sactown Sports.
The only place you'll find Malik Monk is Sactown Sports.
Oh my, what an athletic move that time by Malik Monk.
Hey Sacramento, it's Malik Monk, and you're listening to the home of the Sacramento Kings, Sactown Sports.
Your local sports leader.
This is the story of the one. As a safety manager at a manufacturing plant, he does everything he can to keep his coworkers safe. From finding ways to reduce risks to keeping safety supplies in stock. And for that, he relies on Grainger. Grainger offers a broad range of quality products and next-day delivery, so he can always play it safe. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Some nights just call for something better, a place above the noise, where the skyline glows and the energy feels effortless. That place is Revival at the Sawyer, Sacramento's rooftop escape. All November long, show your Sactown Sports app and enjoy buy one, get one half off beverages. Whether it's golden hour with friends or late night laughter under the city lights, Revival's the place to see and the place to be seen. Revival at the Sawyer, the view, the vibe, the moment. Reserve your table at revivalsacramento.com. Offer valid once per visit per person.
This Black Friday is the best time to get the Toyota you've been wanting, but these deals will disappear soon. Right now, get low 3.99% financing or a low-cost lease on the capable 2025 RAV4. Or get a low-cost lease on the sporty 2026 50 MPG Corolla Hybrid or the fuel-efficient 2026 51 MPG Camry. Black Friday is almost over, so visit your Toyota dealership before these deals are gone. Toyota, let's go places. Offers available through TFS to buyers with premium rated credit ends 12/1/25.
This is the story of the one. As a custodial supervisor at a high school, he knows that during cold and flu season, germs spread fast. It's why he partners with Grainger to stay fully stocked on the products and supplies he needs, from tissues to disinfectants to floor scrubbers. All so that he can help students, staff, and teachers stay healthy and focused. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Tired of hearing scary radio ads about the IRS? Tax Relief Advocates is different. TRA is here to tell you that if you owe money to the IRS, whether it's $5,000 or $500,000, we have a solution. TRA can eliminate or reduce what you owe to the IRS with zero risk to you. We have over 1,000 5-star reviews on Google and an A+ with a BBB. End your tax nightmare today by visiting TRA.com or call 800-275-1728. That's 800-275-1728.
Carmichael Dave here for American Energy Heat and Air. Right now, breaking news, they're upgrading their offering to include plumbing, bringing that same expertise and experience to the plumbing space. They're no longer just heat and air. They're now your American Energy Home Pros. You hear me talk about them as your second opinion partner. Now you can still get second opinions on any HVAC service or replacement, and now you can get a second opinion on any of your plumbing services. They'll come out to your house for free, and they'll give you a second opinion and almost certainly save you money. Oh, but wait, there's more. With winter coming up, how about a free furnace special? With full system installation, you're getting a free furnace, not a discounted furnace, a free furnace. and up to $4,000 in rebates while that funding lasts. So get there right now, 916-520-9990. That's 916-520-9990 or AmericanEnergyAir.com. American Energy, making the uncomfortable comfortable.
KHD HD1 Sacramento, KYMX HD3 Sacramento.
Your home for Kings basketball for over 25 seasons.
Hammer time thrown down by Malik Monk. From the Power Business Technology Toshiba Studios.
Sactown Sports, 1140. The Carmichael Dave Show.
He's on the microphone when he's not on the microphone. He's playing a song, and when he's not playing a song, he's on the microphone, and then boom.
With Jason Ross.
No, he didn't. Yes, he did.
Call or text at 916-339-1140.
It's the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross on Sactown Sports.
Just had 3 throws we love to take back. They're all 3 good decisions, just a hair late on them, and when you're a hair late on stuff, you can't throw it behind them. We threw it behind them, and all 3 guys made them pay. There's no narrative to a late throw. You're just a little late, and when you do, which people are late a lot, you just can't throw it behind them when you are. You got to put it in front of them, and you had a little behind them on all 3, and all 3 of those corners made them pay.
That's Kyle Shanahan addressing the 3 picks thrown early by Brock Purdy. Was not the cleanest and prettiest of games, but in the NFL, the results are, did you win or you lose? And the 49ers got the victory. Ugly win, they'll take it. That's their 8th. It keeps them in the top 7 in that wild card spot in the NFC. And with Cleveland coming up this week, then the bye, and then the Titans out of the break. I keep saying these next 2 need to be wins. That gets them to 10. And then you kind of take your chances on those final 3 to see if you can either push for the division or even lock in a better wild card position. All right, we've talked a lot of Kings, but want to get into some NFL because each and every Tuesday at this time, we get a chance to talk to our quarterback, and that is Sean Salisbury. Joining me, Jason Ross. Carmichael Dave is off today. Sean, how are you?
Jason, I'm doing well, buddy. Happy Thanksgiving. Appreciate it.
Thanks to you, too. How soon do you start working on the traditional Salisbury jalapeno cream corn?
Well, we'll start to get all the stuff together the night before, but I'll get up really, really early. Like I'd do it anyway, regularly, but get up early on Thursday and get it all done, and some homemade mac and cheese and a 4 green bean casserole, a little bit of everything, brother. So early, like a 4 o'clock wake up on Thanksgiving, and you get it all ready. But I already got all the stuff ready to go. It's just a matter of getting it slow cooked and throw it in there and let it roll, man.
You learn any of these recipes from watching Hallmark at all? Those Hallmark Christmas movies?
Do you laugh? I learned recipes from watching Food Network on Saturday and Sunday mornings. Reed Drummond, who I think is a USC alum, if I'm not mistaken, for years. And I also on Hallmark, yes, they'll do it. I've said here, although they don't post their doggone recipes, you kind of look and say, okay, I'm watching them do it. I know we laugh and joke about it, but I do too at myself. Like I said, next thing you're going to see me in a blanket wrapped around with hot chocolate crying in it. But yes, I actually do. I don't know what's happened to me, man. I don't even know who I am anymore. Okay, I drive a truck, and I'm a Harley guy, so maybe that's where I got to keep my tough guy fake approach while I'm crying in front of the TV with hot chocolate at Thanksgiving, crying to Murder, She Wrote at night too. It's crazy.
I love it.
Life's good, but yeah, I'm telling you, I know we joke. There's 2 things that I am. I let you guys on in stuff that I don't even know what I'm going to let you in on when I come on here, but it's like cathartic. You're like my psychologist aside from our sports time. But you know what's crazy is I find when I share this stuff, there's 2 things. I always talk to you guys about goal. I wanted to get a master's when I told my parents I would and was able to do it. And it's not a pat on the back. It's just like you guys kind of make me think, well, maybe I got to take it to a new level. I am actually, because my son's a chef, plan on taking like really in-depth cooking classes with my significant other because I think it's going to be awesome. But my dad was really handy. I was a sports guy, and so was my dad, but handy man, he could put electricity in your house, build a deck in a day, that stuff. But I have to read all the instructions, like how much wood. Those people that are like carpenters or construction, they can kind of look at it and say, oh, you'll need this man. Say, how do you know that just by staring at this, the size of this deck? Well, I'm really into this, like I told you about golf apparel, but this carpentry stuff. And I think that in starting the new year, my goal is like over the next year to get private and personal lessons and classes. Well, I know you can go online and do it, but on hands carpentry, because I really do want to get to the point where I can, like, when you're building something, I'd like to be able to build it get some elbow grease into it. And people are probably saying, Sean, this is the time you're supposed to start thinking about retirement. And I'm doing stuff guys started when they were 25. So I'm a nut job, but it keeps me into it. So yeah, from recipes to carpentry, that's my goal in 2026, among other things.
I like that. There's like many layers to the onion. That is Sean Salisbury.
Yeah, and I don't know if it's going to make you cry or laugh, but whatever. As long as it's fresh, dude, I'm in.
Yeah, it's interesting you said that about your dad. Like, has that ability to like mine did too. And I don't know if it just skipped me, but I'm the least handy. Like, my dad could do what you're saying and go, oh, let's go build this treehouse. Let's go add on to the den. Let's go. He could do it and see it and vision it, and I could maybe picture it. I have no idea how to do it.
Right. So funny because my older brother, same way. And now listen, if you put him in front of me, it's like, when you're putting when you're putting for parents out there, they all know this, is that when you're putting toys together on Christmas Eve for your young, and sometimes there's a screw or bolt left over, you're like, well, this is supposed to be somewhere, right? As you're growing up, you do that with your young kids and you read the instructions. Well, my dad didn't need to read the instructions,
right.
And even at this point, exactly the same way. My older brother is the same way. I mean, they could come over to my, if I was a new build of a home, and they could have, if my pops was still alive, put the electricity in, build this, add the beams and do it all, and just kind of, measure twice, cut once. That was, the philosophy of the old school, right? And I'd have to read, okay, here we got this many 2x4s, and then we went and did this, and here's how you handle the truss above, and here's this, but you're exactly right. I don't know where it skipped, but I think part of it was because I was such a jock growing up that when my dad took me, he'd say, as long as you're doing something in a different sport, you don't have to come in here and do these chores. Now, I had to do the chores that were regular for growing up, but the extra stuff like building stuff, right? So I'd watch my dad do it, but I never really took, at that age, I was too busy from sport to sport to sport, school and sport to sport, that my dad kind of slacked. My older brother, who was a really good soccer player and a great rugby player, played in college, but he spent more time like shoulder to shoulder with my pops doing that stuff. And so at this age now, my brother kids me and goes, man, I wish I had devoted more time to sports. And I look at him and said, I wish I had devoted more time to carpentry and construction and doing those things that you got to, instead of just fixing the back of your toilet or something that you have to call out for.
Right.
That your dad would look at you and say, boy, what are you doing calling out for that? We can have this done in 10 minutes. You're like, yeah, Pops, I got you. So, yeah, I'm with you, man. But it's amazing how it goes full circle, and you're like, I really want to do that. Because the only reason I started skydiving is because my pops was 82nd Airborne. Otherwise, you're thinking, why are you jumping out of a perfectly good plane? So my old man was really good at saying little, not saying much, but the example he set. Now, after all these years, I'm trying to do stuff that my dad was so great at that I wasn't when I was growing up.
So, Sean, I have this vision of you in 2026, getting up early, going to the shop, working, building something, riding your Harley or truck to the golf course, playing golf, coming home, cooking some elaborate dinner, then cuddling up, watching Hallmark and crying to end the night.
Yeah, all that other stuff leading up to it. Everybody say, now that's the great life, the macho tough guy life. And then you got to the crying on the couch with Hallmark movies, which really blew my cover, brother.
Yes.
The truth of the matter is I can see it too. And yes, that sounds like a great 2026 because one of my goals is to build a barn dominium, a home, but also we have that big man where you invite 25 of your buddies and family over on July 4th and have a big cookout. I set all these elaborate goals, but I also try to put some time in to do it. And hell, I don't know. I'm living until I'm 102, so I better find something in the next 40 years to get done, right? There you go.
All right. Well, Sean, let's talk to you about last night. You've played the position of quarterback. Brock Purdy, generally, when I watch him, good decision maker. That's his strength. Doesn't reacts quickly. For whatever reason, started to have the interception bug last night. Now, they fought their way through. What happens on a night like that where a guy that generally doesn't make a lot of mistakes suddenly finds himself where maybe he loses confidence or the defense make plays? What did you see that went kind of wrong with Purdy last night?
Yeah, a lot, but I think different than others. You'll and then maybe you and I are on the same page, but you'll listen to national shows, you're going through it watching, and I think one of the things that I love but I also can't stand is when you haven't played the position. I'm sure it's the same thing with anybody that like is in construction or is a chef that they're trying to come over to your house to eat. They're judging, right? Mm-hmm. Even though they're eating, they're like, man, I would have cooked the turkey a little different. You go through that. It's the same with me as a quarterback or watching my USC Trojans play. I don't get to just watch as a fan. Even though I want to, I'm always like, why is Brock late? He's usually on time, and why is he accurate? And I was listening to the clip coming in, to I think it was Kyle talking about Brock's game last night. I was thinking the same exact thing. Exactly. Is, when you're late, what happens? I train my quarterbacks all the time. Was with one yesterday afternoon to be urgent without being hurried, right? Hurried in quarterback play is not good. Urgent is. And when you're late, and I don't mean this derogatory to him, but he's physically limited. He's not going to make throws that Matt Stafford's going to make on a consistent basis, right? That whole shot, that one where it's like a Paul Skeens fastball or movement, right? They're just different. Brock has to make up for what we may perceive or him as not a rocket launcher arm by throwing on time with accuracy and being able to throw people open. And while he's an underrated athlete with his feet, he's not the guy who's 6'5", 230 who can rip it like that on a regular basis. So what does he do? Like Drew Brees, is you got to be on time with your mechanics and throw to those windows, because if you're late, what happens is your weaknesses. Good quarterbacks do. They may know their strengths, but even more so their weaknesses, so you try to stay out of those. If you're not a good high fastball hitter, then you got to do everything you can to lay off those so you get it into a count or a pitch that you can drive. Same thing at quarterback. So what happens, and you just go through those nights, that, okay, how do I fix it? And last night wasn't his night mechanically. It wasn't his night timing-wise. But then the great ones fight through it. They find a way that when you throw 3 picks and they're interceptions you would normally throw, and the coach is looking at you sideways, your teammates are wondering what the hell is going on, a backup's one for you. What do you do when you come out of the locker room? Can you find or the next series? And that's a strength. And being able to win when you're not at your best, whether you're a pitcher and your fastball's not working, what are my other 2 pitches? You're a golfer, you're not driving it well, you better putt well. And I know I use these comparisons, but they are real and they are relevant. So what he did last night is you get behind and you feel hurried, getting back to my original point, instead of urgent. So what do? Panic, grip the ball a little harder, and then all of a sudden maybe get a little wider in your stride, and the ball's late and inaccurate. If you're going to mechanically, if you're going to be late, you better throw it with pinpoint, aim small, miss small accuracy. And unfortunately, he did last night. But the key there is when you're having that night and your coach is sticking with you, how do I find a way? Get McCaffrey involved. Get Jennings the ball. Let him run through. I mean, you've got to find a way to gut it out, because in 17 games, it is rare for any of them. Stafford's going to throw 4 picks. Brady's going to get beat by the Dolphins 13-10 in South Florida in November or December. It happened, and it will happen. It happens to all of us. Some of us mere mortals can't quite overcome it on a regular basis, but Brock did a nice job of keeping them going enough to win an ugly, really good defensive performance on, quite frankly, on both sides. I thought there'd be more points, and to find a way to win. It's not the wins when things are going well that identify, but also describe who your team is. It's the wins that happen when you're not playing really good football offensively, and they found a way to get it done. And it's always a learning growth lesson for a guy like Brock Purdy, but he's got to be on time with accuracy and mechanically sound, because he's not consistently overly physical enough. Stafford, like I said, could get away with it. Guys like Drew Brees couldn't.
Yeah.
I mean, they didn't have the arm strength to do it. So you've got to be on time with accuracy, and that's where Brock has made his name and his money and his wins, is by doing that.
Talk with Sean Salisbury, as we do each and every Tuesday here on the show. Sean, you mentioned how you train quarterbacks and you played the position, so you would know this perfectly. Like if you were, you get a handful of guys coming through that for you to work with, who can you take the farthest? And I'm not saying like, hey, if a guy's got a 10 arm and a 0, idea of how to play the position,
right.
not that kind of
realistic.
Yeah.
Realistic
so like,
stuff.
I mean,
right.
if you got cannon arm, you got good IQ guy, you got the guy with the body, the physique, like what do you feel like when you see someone coming through, like I with a little bit of teaching, with my knowledge, this type of person, and just kind of a blanket statement, I can take the farthest. What's that trait that you can go the farthest with?
I'm always looking for the things I can't teach. I'm always looking for those things that I can't teach in him to get him. But for me, as far as training him, the things that you can't teach. For instance, I can't teach size.
Right.
I'm not going to be able to teach a guy to be 6'5". So he's got that good starting point. When he walks in the room, you're going to get the first looks. You just are. You're the best looking kid at the dance. Somebody's going to check you out. Now, if you open your mouth and you're an idiot, then the prom queen's going to move on to the next cat, right? So it's the same with quarterbacks. So those guys that you can't teach, they have that skill. And what I meant was, when you look for, I don't go out searching them. When they come to me and I see a guy in 10 throws, I can tell, okay, this guy can rip it. Okay, now what? So for me, when I'm training them, and what are the traits that I'm looking for to get them? Listen, anytime I personally, for instance, when a kid comes to me that has got I got an 8th grader that just went into the 9th grade this fall. He's a big kid, wears almost size 14.
Wow.
Great kid. He is going to be a monster performer in both baseball. He sits at 86, 87, throws 89. He's a freshman.
Wow.
And he doesn't even know how to do it yet.
Right.
But he's got all the other traits. So the stuff I can't teach, just born with good DNA, or he's big. Now it's the stuff, how do I teach him how to be a quarterback? The stuff that I can teach. Footwork in the pocket awareness, when to throw the ball away. If you got a high football IQ, do you love it? The number one thing I'm always looking for is not their parents to come tell me. I want you to tell me how much you love it. Love it, because if you like it, you'll have setbacks you can't overcome. If you love it, you'll battle the can you handle criticism? All that won't bother you. And when anybody asks me the traits of a quarterback, I'm assuming they can throw it, right? They may not have a 100-mile-an-hour fastball, but neither did Greg Maddux, but can you spot it? So when somebody comes to me and does it, I want to know, how do you deal with bad stuff, physically, mentally, and emotionally, when your own home crowd's booing you, when you've had a bad performance, at the end in the most duress situation. So I'm trying to put my quarterbacks, if they have the stuff when they come to me. Now, I'll get some. I had a kid who didn't even know how to drop back. And by the end of it, he's an Ivy League football player now. Got him in the 8th grade. And it wasn't just because of me, but he put the time in. He did lonely work. He did all those things that, the physical stuff that I can't teach, they got. But when you come to me, I'm looking, okay, I can help with that. I can fix that. And then also to learn and discern between, with a quarterback, what I don't want to change. Why would I change at this stage of his career Matthew Stafford's arm angle?
Right.
He's a 3-quarter guy. That's just a coach trying to overcoach. So as far as what traits I think travel, as far as continue to move, high football IQ and accuracy, and I can help your feet get in position, your arm to get you in position, and obviously the lonely work you put in. But I'm looking for a guy who's tough-minded, because give me a guy who may not be pretty but survives it, he'll last usually longer. Now, when you get Randy Moss, who's the best, the fastest, jumps the highest, who's also got a high football IQ and he's talented, well, then he ends up in the Hall of Fame. So I'm not looking for anything specific, but I know sustainable things. I know a lot of guys that can throw at 100 miles an hour. I don't mean literally, but they have big arms, that are watching football on Friday, Saturday, Sunday. But I know very few that are accurate, that got a good arm, but I think arm strength's overrated. I mean, I'm assuming when you get to college, you can throw a comeback. I'm assuming when you come to me, and if you can't, then we'll decide it. And how do we get it there on time to get you there? But assuming, like you said, within reason, what are the things that sustain? Look at all the great ones: mental toughness, accuracy, make the room better. All those things that I think I can improve them on. But I can't. If you're a 4.8 guy, I'm not making you a 4.3 guy. Your strength and conditioning coach might, but I can teach you how to manipulate the pocket and how to handle it in there and pocket awareness. And I'm not going to be able to fix your height. But all those other things that I can fix, my job is to discern and know how to bring it out in them so they shine at the most difficult moments. That's my number one trait. And then get them to self-correct. I can't fix them during a game. Brock Purdy's got to be able to self-correct during a game, because we're moving on to the next series. How do you do that? And I think the biggest part of it is mental and emotional toughness.
Sean, if we could go back to your playing days too, I really am fascinated by the position. There's such a demand on all the things you have to know and your own abilities. And so let's just blanket example. So you're quarterbacking the Vikings back in the day. You know what play you've called. There probably is a couple of offshoots on it, but you've now broken the huddle and you're going to the line of scrimmage. When you are looking out there pre-snap and you're playing the Packers and they're shifting, they're moving, what is the first thing you're doing? What are you looking for right then and there?
Yeah, that's a great question. I love it. And when you're in those meetings, when people ask, well, how do you deal with that stuff? Well, one is, are you putting the same? I always say, for the hour I spend on the field or I'm training a quarterback at any level, I want you to have fun and do it. You can be a kid, go play 3 sports, but when you're immersed in what you're doing, you absolutely have to double your mental time over your physical time. And especially if you're not the full-time starter, like in the NFL on Sundays, we hear the Shedeur Sanders stuff or Mac Jones. you got to put double time in, because you've got to find a way to have you owe it to your teammates to be prepared, starter or backup, without excuse. My job is not for you to have to scale down as a backup quarterback coming in or as a starter, to scale down because, well, the starter's out and I'm scaling down my offense. I'm putting everybody else in by my responsibility and my accountability to my team and my coaching staff and players is for them, while the other guy's a starter for a reason, but not to get it to the point where we got to make wholesale changes when we go in. But starter or backup in a meeting room when I walk to the line of scrimmage, one thing we don't teach, we'll go watch a high school game. These all 11 kids are snapping their head over to the sidelines or pointing to the side. We have taken the game out of the kids' hands and tried to simplify it so much that when duress hits, if they can't get out go make a play, they can't stay on schedule and make a play because they're not getting through their progression. So the mental side of, I always tell them, I said, think 6 days a week and react on the 7th. The last thing you want is when it's like a golf swing. If I'm standing over a ball and I've got 47 swing thoughts in my mind, you've got no shot.
Right.
So I would hope that I've seen it and prepared enough that I'm in the defensive coordinator's head saying, and that's why I always tell quarterbacks, go talk to the defensive coach on your staff. Go visit with him and ask him, each week, how would you defend me? What do you see are my weaknesses and strengths? How would you defend me coming into a game, knowing our offense? How would you defend me? Well, Sean, your eyes are always here first. Okay, how do I fix that? So I'm not looking at the coordinator who's sitting back here behind me. I want to talk to the defensive guy or a defensive player, a middle linebacker. When you're in that meeting room and you're defending me, well, what was the conversation? What was going through? So for me, when I go into a game, when I break the huddle or get that, we need to put more on our kids. We do. They're sponges on our quarterbacks. I always say, listen, I don't care if you're in the 7th grade or the 11th grade. I'll use the verbiage properly. But the more you know as a freshman, the better you are against the defense. So why wouldn't I? Doesn't mean to get bogged down, but to prepare you to understand what you're looking at, why fronts and coverages go together. The first thing I always tell them, locate safeties. Safeties are always going to tell you. Don't tell me where the receiver went. You know where he's going. We're thinking coverage. And those safeties in the back end is going to tell you initially where they go. Because if you're going to blitz off the slot and you're going, I'm walking the line of scrimmage, you can't keep a safety 40 yards or 25 yards behind the guy that's blitzing. That's not sound. So eventually somebody's got to creep down and it's going to look different because if you're blitzing off the slot, somebody leaves, somebody's got to cover it up. And then you're just tendencies of, okay, this team plays cover 2 70% of the time. So my thought process, cover 2 beater, and if they adjust, how do I adjust on the fly and not have to play hero all the time and take what, I know it sounds cliche, but get me completions, make the simple play. But I'm always looking, I break the huddle, I'm looking defensive alignment first, where their safeties are, and the back end. And then fronts with coverages, which we've talked about in Tennessee's 3rd and 6. Here's what they've done against this. And that's all gone through your mind all week. And now when I go up the line of scrimmage, and plus I don't want to over-clutter. If they do this, here's what I'm doing. Instead of here's 7 things I'm doing. There's not enough time. So find the back end, and then you go into how we attacked it during the week. But once you understand fronts and coverages work together, they're not going to blitz you without covering it up. And I try to tell young kids is that guy's not coming, no matter what, shimmying in and out that he gives you. You got to have somebody to cover it up. So my thing is locate safeties. Safeties are going to tell me what they're doing in secondary. Then we got to find out, okay, is there blitz? What are their tendencies? And you apply and think about it, how quickly you have to process it. That's another thing I'm looking for in quarterbacks. How quickly can you process information and apply it? And in 2.75 seconds in the NFL, you should be in the Pro Bowl. From the second the ball snapped, if you get 3 seconds, you're getting that doesn't happen. So think about that. And then I think these coaches, I think it's an undercoached position. I would like them to put the ball in their quarterback's hands more, meaning, okay, if they do this, just check to this. It's not that hard. It's not, why swim upstream? So the mental part of it, once I go in there, then you're just reacting being a football player. It's the ones that are overloaded and haven't prepared mentally enough for the bad looks that if things are going bad and they give you a look you haven't seen, panic and desperation creeps in. And I don't know anybody that does things well under desperation.
Yeah, man, that's just a master class in the position. We could talk about this forever, Sean. We always appreciate your insight. This was really a fun conversation today. We look forward to it next week. Have a great Thanksgiving. Enjoy your feast and your movies and your carpentry, whatever you take on this week.
Thank you, brother. I love talking about this stuff. It really is, and you learn every time you talk about it, the master class. We need more of that teaching for people, which gives me another idea. But we'll talk, and I appreciate it, man. Thank you very much. It's always good to talk to you. Happy Thanksgiving to you and all your family and your great listeners there.
All right. Thank you, Sean. We appreciate
Thanks,
it. That's
you too.
The great Sean Salisbury. Happy Thanksgiving to him and to you guys as well. Break time for us. When we come back, we're going to get back into the Kings, too. That was a really good conversation, though, on the NFL and Brock Purdy and just how quarterbacks have to process. It's really a fascinating proposition that they have to go through. More post-game reaction. Is this now Keegan Murray's team? We discuss that in more detail next.
The San Francisco 49ers play on Sactown Sports 1140.
Touchdown 49ers! Every game on your #1 sports station. Don't miss the action on your local sports leader. Sactown Sports 1140.
Injured and you're considering an LA law firm looking to charge you 45% to 50% in attorney's fees? That's overcharging. Ashton & Price has been around for over 25 years, and I can tell you no matter how complicated your injury case, you should never be charged 45% or 50% in attorney's fees ever. Direct, experienced, unrelenting, and honest local representation matters. It's called Home Court Advantage for a reason. Ashton & Price serious local attorneys for serious people with serious injuries. So for the best local advice, don't think twice. Call Ashton & Price.
KNCI's Country in the Park is back May 8th and 9th. Cal Expo. Miranda Lambert. Sean Purdy. Chris Young. Pike Troubadours. Scott. And more. Line dancing. Live DJs. Mechanical Bull. Huge festival area. Food trucks. KNCI's Country in the Park. May 8th and 9th at Cal Expo. Tickets are on sale now at CITPFest.com.
For over 90 years, Hagen Oaks has partnered with the biggest brands in golf to bring cutting-edge technology to your game. Our one-of-a-kind total game fitting offers a level of experience and precision that is unmatched. From driver to putter, footwear to golf balls, our TrackMan-powered performance studios, 3D footwear scanner, and Ping's Ballnamic ball fitting kiosk ensure every piece of your gear is tailored to your swing. Trust the experts at the Hagen Oaks Golf Super Shop. Total game fitting starts here.
With the new IHOP value menu, $6 is all it takes to go to your happy plates, where stacks of pancakes with bacon and eggs are just $6 every day. French toast, sausage, and eggs are, you guessed it, $6. And fluffy omelets come with a side of pancakes and only cost $6. Go to your happy plates every day at IHOP. $7 in some locations. Available every day for a limited time at participating restaurants in the U.S. Hours may vary. No substitutions. Not valid with other discounts or promotions. Prices may vary.
If a Lenovo computer for your business is on your holiday list, don't shop around. Just go directly to the source, Lenovo.com. You'll find exclusive deals on the PCs you want for your business, like the ThinkPad X9 14 Aura Edition and Yoga 7i 2-in-1. So avoid all that shopping chaos and price comparing, and just go directly to the source, Lenovo.com, where PCs are up to 50% off. That's Lenovo.com.
Lenovo.
Hey everybody, it's Kyle Draper from Mercedes-Benz of Stockton. Now for the last 2 years, I've been sharing the great experience I've had being a customer of Mercedes-Benz of Stockton. From the sales department to the service department, they're top notch. And now is the perfect time for you to have the MB of Stockton experience. The Mercedes-Benz holiday celebration is on, and that means you can get super low rates on new and certified pre-owned models. Plus, they'll throw in 3 years of prepaid maintenance on select models. They make it easy and affordable for you to drive away in the car of your dreams. And if you have a trade-in, well, they're looking for all vehicles to purchase. Any makes, any models, just holler at my friends at Mercedes-Benz of Stockton. The Mercedes-Benz Holiday Love Celebration is the gift that keeps on giving. So take the short drive down I-5 and visit my friends at Mercedes-Benz of Stockton. And while you're there, tell them Drape sent you.
This Sponsor the Clock is brought to you by Light the World Giving Machine.
On the move? Got somewhere to be?
Take Sacramento Kings basketball with you. The Sactown Sports app will let you stay connected to your passion. Never miss a moment of Sacramento Kings basketball with the Sactown Sports app. waking you up with the best in local sports.
They just make it interesting, you know?
It's the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross
on Sactown Sports.
Westbrook, right angle, deep three-point range. Shovels a pass, cross-court, deflected, stolen by McDowell. Then Westbrook steals it back. He throws to Keegan. Nobody near him. Shoots for three. He's got the triple. Keegan Murray has 26. The Kings lead at 110-107. We're inside 2 minutes to go in an overtime nail-biter. Rebound, Westbrook. And the time expires. Sacramento has done the unexpected. They have won on the home floor after breaking the 8-game slide less than 48 hours ago in Denver. They beat Minnesota for the first time in 3 meetings this year. And the Light the Beam chants are now beginning to thunder their way around and reverberate through Golden One Center.
And the guy who ended up lighting the beam last night literally was Keegan Murray in his second start, third game back. We played this clip earlier. If you missed it, I feel like it's worth playing again. This was DeMar DeRozan post-game asked about Keegan Murray.
DeMar, how much does having Keegan back kind of change the dynamic of your guys' game on offense?
It's everything. It's everything. Keegan is key to this team. It's his team. He's one of those guys that's going to be very, very special in this league, and he's showing it. With his dynamic play on both ends. He changes the game. When his confidence is high, the things he's able to do makes it a lot easier on us. So, it's pretty obvious.
And like I said earlier, that's the first time I've heard it publicly that a player and a veteran, a savvy veteran, a guy who knows, and the stuff that DeMar DeRozan, I mean, you guys have gotten to know DeMar over the last couple of years. He doesn't just kind of throw things out that flippantly like that. I think he meant everything he said. A lot of praise for Keegan. We wondered what it would look like when he came back. First game came back off the bench. Now he started the last 2. He's played a ton of minutes. He's been the consistent force, both ends of the floor. Career high in boards last night. He was aggressive offensively. And with this win, it's just 2 in a row. That's good. They light the beam twice. But kind of the anchor of this team now, can this be Keegan's team? As DeMar DeRozan alluded to. I go back to, if you missed it earlier, we referenced this, where Carmichael Dave and I were talking to Keegan on Media Day and basically asked him about that, about being kind of the option 1 or option 2 of this team. Has he ever thought about that? And he said he had, and he thought he could be that guy. And as this team continues to still strive towards making some of those bigger trade moves, and the one move that Scott Perry has already made that he's kind of set his feet in, and that's he's extended Keegan Murray as part of the future. Again, don't want to get it twisted. If there's a right trade, they would put Keegan in it, but I don't think there's any that's not what they're searching to do or seeking to do. I'm sure other teams would be interested in him. I'm sure he's closer to an off-limits guy than anything else, but if there's a trade that they just couldn't pass up, that's about it. Otherwise, this team is going to go forward with Keegan Murray. Now, is Sabonis going to be with him? Is Levine going to be with him? Is DeRozan going to be with him? I don't know. I think they still have the goals to move around some of those guys, but I think an anchor piece certainly is going to be Keegan Murray. Let's hear Doug Christie, Coach Christie, post-game, talking about the performance of Keegan Murray.
Yeah, I think that Keegan he's a special player, man. I mean, because when you have the ability to do so many different things and affect the game in so many different ways, like scratch the 26 points, that kid went and got 15 rebounds, and he guarded the best player in the post and on the perimeter. So he guarded their big man, and he guarded their guard. Like, what are you going to do? Then he knocks down big shots. Just really good stuff, man. Really good stuff. Super proud of and for him because he's put in work. He has the hand. He gets it handled, stays in shape, stays locked in, and comes back and contributes. And he does it in a spectacular way that is very Keegan-esque.
It's a good way to put it. Again, stays in shape is an important thing. He's been out for weeks. He played game-high 44 minutes for the Kings. In fact, Yeah, played the most minutes of either team in an overtime game. 44 minutes in his third game back. He means so much to this team. They were +6 with him on the floor. He scored the 26 points, 2 steals, 2 assists. I love the 15 rebounds. Look, they needed those rebounds. They were getting out-rebounded most of the game. Still lost by 6 in the rebound department. But you don't have the league's best rebounder in Sabonis right now. And, Eubanks gave him 2. Achua did a nice job of 9. But Keegan's getting Achua got 7. But Keegan's getting those tough, contested rebounds that they desperately needed. And I still think he's ideally put at the 3 position, but I love that Keegan guarded Ant some, guarded McDaniels, got switched on Gobert, some times switched out on DiVincenzo or Conley. He's guarding everybody and anybody. Randall. He is critical to this team's ability to maximize what they can do. And I just found that really compelling yesterday. And we'll talk about that with Sean as well when Sean Cunningham joins us at 9. That a veteran like DeMar, who's been on some really good teams and played with some really good players, just that kind of praise that he gave Keegan and how much he means to this team. And what Monk said the exact same thing. He means everything. And it's great to have him back and great to watch him grow and develop and take next steps. And Keegan has, he came on like just a huge spark as a rookie and is asked to be in different roles. I mean, last season, I thought it was somewhat predictable, to be honest, with the addition of DeMar DeRozan. And when you have De'Aaron Fox and Domantas Sabonis, and even still at the time, Kevin Huerter, Malik Monk, it's like, I don't know what option Keegan is for the offense. There were nights where Keegan led them in scoring, but he was never option 1. But he was really asked so much to build this defense. And now he's still asked to do the same thing defensively, but they need his offense too. And he's coming through. And there's not a lot of really good two-way players in the league. Keegan can put himself into some select company in the league if he can do that. He may never be the league's leading scorer or assist guy or rebounder, but two-way players that can consistently get it done on both ends of the floor, there is value in that. High value. And Keegan's showing that right now. Let's get another comment from Doug Christie before we break. DC, like many, we're talking about the atmosphere, the vibe in the building. Officially, let me see the attendance last night. 16,957. That group was having a good time. That was a well-played game, start to finish as far as the vibe in the building. Here's DC on the crowd.
It says so much about the people of Sacramento, man. I love them dearly. I think that our team will begin to understand who they are. They come and they bring it all the time. And what they ask for is that you pour your heart out on the court, and that's not too much to ask for. And for our guys to play like that, it makes you happy and excited to see our fans be able to get that vibe. It's a good vibe.
Yeah, they lost themselves a little bit in the entertainment, in the competition, and the Kings did it for them. Those all-out efforts. We've talked a lot about the Monk sprawling baseline save. That was just a thing of beauty. Unbelievable. Kings win 117-112 in overtime. All right, when we come back, we got who's hot. We got who's not. We also will see how Dave, myself, and Chris, how we did in our predictions as we recap 3 in the Key. And coming up at the top of the hour, more on the Kings with Sean Cunningham, who covers his team on a regular basis. He was also at the Niner game, so we can kind of do a little double dip with Sean from KCRA. That is all coming up right here on Sactown Sports.
San Francisco 49ers play on Sactown Sports 1140.
Touchdown 49ers! Every game on your #1 sports station. Don't miss the action on your local sports leader. Sactown Sports 1140.
$5,000. That's the average amount of money people in the U.S. are now spending on gas in a year. $5,000. That's crazy. If you drive, you have to download Upside, the free app that gives you cash back every time you get gas. That's right. You can earn real cash back with Upside just by buying the gas you're already buying. You can literally start earning cash back today.
I use Upside every time I fill up, and I've already made around $300.
You're putting gas in your car anyway. Why not get real cash back? If you like free money, download Upside.
I'm saving the cash I earn from using Upside to help pay for a vacation later this year.
Download the free Upside app now to earn cash back every time you buy gas. Use promo code BOOST25 to get an extra 25 cents per gallon on your first tank. You can cash out anytime right to your bank, PayPal, or a gift card for Amazon and other brands. Just download the free Upside app and use promo code BOOST25 for a 25 cents per gallon bonus on your first tank. That's code BOOST25 for a 25 cents per gallon bonus.
When I asked Scott Lucky if his last name had anything to do with his success in the trucking industry, he laughed and said, "Well, Mike, I guess you could say I've always been lucky." But when I asked him how he and his family grew Lucky Distribution Services into the company it is today, he didn't talk about luck at all. "We work hard," he said. "We keep a close eye on the bottom line, and we treat our people the right way." In other words, Scott Lucky makes his own luck, which is precisely why he switched to Pure Talk Business. "Last month, I paid the big guys $740 for 12 lines," he told me. "This month, I paid Pure Talk $420 for the exact same service." Thousands of businesses all over the country are saving real money by switching to America's most dependable 5G network, and luck has nothing to do with it. Just dial pound 250 and say micro. That's pound 250 micro to switch to a wireless company that works as hard as you do. Pure Talk.
Guys, tired all the time, gaining weight, low drive? These aren't just signs of aging. They could be low testosterone or other underlying issues. Right now, Revive Men's Health Sacramento is making it easier to get answers with a comprehensive wellness panel. It's not just a lab test, it's where better performance begins. Our providers will check your testosterone, blood sugar, cholesterol, kidney, liver, thyroid, and heart health. A $400 value for just $99, or free if you start treatment. Over 120,000 men have trusted Revive to restore their energy, mood, and confidence. So if you're ready to feel better and live stronger, call 916-619-3000. That's 916-619-3000. Or visit ReviveMen'sHealth.com. Offer ends November 30th. Must medically qualify. Terms apply. Contact us for full offer details.
What's up? We're talking to Chad Hoblet of Hoblet Dodge, Chrysler, Jeep, Ram, and Woodland. Chad, tell me what's going on for the big Black Friday sales event.
Well, they say you got to finish strong, so that's what we're doing at Hoblet. Right now, you can save up to $14,500 off MSRP on all remaining new 2025 Ram heavy duties.
I want to make sure you meant to say all heavy duties.
That's what I said. $14,500 off MSRP on all remaining new 2025 Ram heavy duties, with some starting as low as $48,995. It's savings like this that make Hoblet one of the top Ram dealers in America. Plus, with over 400 new heavy-duty Rams available, your new Ram is waiting at HobletDodge.com.
Don't miss your chance to search, select, and save at HobletDodge.com. Unbeatable prices, unbeatable selection. Nobody beats Hoblet, period.
$14,500 total net savings on select new 2025 Ram 2500 Laramie and Rebels after $4,500 factory rebates and $10,000 dealer discounts. 5 of this net savings, $48,995 net price on 2025 Ram 2500 Tradesmans. Rebates include $2,000 select inventory cash, $500 on the job upfit for eligible upfit. VIN number 525142. See dealer for details.
For over 90 years, Hagen Oaks has partnered with the biggest brands in golf to bring cutting-edge technology to your game. Our one-of-a-kind total game fitting offers a level of experience and precision that is unmatched. From driver to putter, footwear to golf balls, our TrackMan-powered performance studios, 3D footwear scanner, and Ping's Ballnamic ball fitting kiosk ensure every piece of your gear is tailored to your swing. Trust the experts at the Hagen Oaks Golf Super Shop. Total game fitting starts here.
Hey, this is Greg Papa. Are you working through a major insurance claim? SunPoint Public Adjusters can help. SunPoint prepares, presents, and negotiates your claim with the insurance company, working only for you, making sure you get everything you're entitled to, not what just some adjuster working for an insurance company thinks you should get. Call SunPoint today at 888-247-7865 or contact us at sunpoint.us. SunPoint Public Adjusters, the gold standard in public adjusting.
License number 2N14884. What's hot, what's not? Brought to you by American Energy Home Pros, making the uncomfortable comfortable. Head to AmericanEnergy.com to find out more.
What's hot?
Yeah, hot. Real hot. And what's not?
It's not good. Brought to you by American Energy Heating and Air, Sacramento's complete heating and cooling company, and second opinion partner.
All right, Chris, you're in charge of this. So why don't you tell us?
Oh, that's a change.
Who is hot?
That would be Gonzaga basketball.
Huh? What?
Gonzaga's men's basketball, to be specific.
Okay.
This season, they are 6-0. They have outscored their opponents by 191 points, and they've had 2 wins over AP top 25 teams.
AP?
The last Division I team with a plus 190 or better scoring margin and multiple ranked wins over its first 6 games were the
Duke Blue Devils.
98-99 UConn team.
Oh, the Huskies.
They won the national title that year.
Huh. I don't think I picked them in the bracket. Maybe I did. I didn't win.
Do we know it? Oh, Sabonis went to Gonzaga.
Yeah.
Who else?
There's a guy that from OKC, Chet Holmgren.
Chet Holmgren from Gonzaga. Chet Holmgren doesn't even look like a basketball star. He looks like a guy from esports.
Zah. So Gonzaga is hot. Who's not?
Manchester United Football Club. Yesterday they were taking on Everton at home, and in the first 13 minutes, guess what happened?
What happened, Chris?
Everton got a red card for one of their defenders slapping another one of their players. So with only 10 men,
So
you got
11 on 10.
At home, you got to imagine Manchester United just walked away with it, right?
Light work.
They lost 1-0.
I'm sure everyone responsible handled that just fine.
And they're in 10th place, and their fans are losing it. It's been fantastic.
Was everybody totally fine with that? Nobody freaked out or anything?
Oh, everybody freaked out.
You told me about that. Then I actually saw the clip. I don't think I've seen it. And what's funny about that is the other team just let them go. Like, they just, like, I don't know, they're fighting.
What are they supposed to do?
I don't know, but, like, that's so weird to get a red card for that. I mean, you hit your own player.
You can't do that.
Why not? Let the team take this. The refs are going to take disciplinary action on that. They had him right where they wanted.
He can't hit. He can't hit.
He can't. He just can't hit. All right. Well, that's who's hot, and that's who's not. We did do a prediction yesterday. I believe we did. So let's see how we did in a recap of 3 in the Key. I'm not going to brave the singing and the rhyming because Dave is such an expert at it. We just heard from Dave in the last break.
Yeah.
He was checking in.
He was saying how great of a predictor he is.
He was. He really wanted
He's bragging about it.
A ton of credit for predicting the 5-13 start, which someone did give him a ton of credit on the text line earlier.
Yeah, he did. Oh, was that? Yeah, that's Dave's number.
No, oh, you're right. It was Dave that said that. Huh. I didn't catch on to that. The text after that said, hey, guys, is 69-13 still on the table? It is?
Yeah.
They could win out.
Know who would hate that?
Who?
Dave.
Yeah.
Oh, this is taking a real hit to their draft lottery now.
Could they still get the number 1 pick? At what point would it switch for people? Like, let's just say we're in movie fantasy land, and we now know the Kings are going to go 69-13, so they're going to win out. How many wins would it take for the majority to be like, all right, this is a good team? Like 20 in a row?
2026.
Till 2026? So if they win out the rest of November, all of December.
Yep.
And they're like, hey, something special's going on.
Whoa. What is happening?
Honestly, if they did that, wouldn't Keegan win the MVP?
Yes.
The league.
I mean, you're getting that. You're getting Doug as coach of the year.
Yeah. I can already hear people like, yeah, but they probably wouldn't win the title. And
Is that what Dave's texting you right now?
No, it's not long-term success. But yes, factually, 69-13 still on the table. I'm going to say I don't think that'll happen. Call me. I'm negative.
All right.
Super negative here.
Yahoo!
Excuse me.
You're allergic to being negative.
That's probably true. All right, Chris, our prediction yesterday for the Kings and the Timberwolves, I asked you and me and Dave who would be the first King to score and who would be the last King to score. Dave said it would be Keegan Murray and Dennis Schroeder. I said it would be Keegan Murray and Malik Monk. You said it would be Zach LaVine and Keon Ellis. Well, the correct answer was the first points to tie the game at 2 apiece, a basket by DeMar DeRozan, so none of us got it. The last points, a free throw by Malik Monk. Hey, I got that. So DeRozan and Monk were the correct answers. Ooh, were we off on our second prediction? I asked who would be the Kings' leading scorer and how many points. Dave said...
We all agreed.
We all agreed. We were all in. Dave said LaVine, 31. I said LaVine, 27. Chris said LaVine, 35. Zach LaVine's final stat line against his former team in nearly 32 minutes, 3 for 10, 1 of 6 from 3, 3 boards, 1 assist, 1 steal, 1 turnover, 7 points. He was not the leading scorer. The leading scorer was DeMar DeRozan with 33. Keegan added 26. Malik Monk added 22. We were all way off.
Damn!
We were all off. Was that Keegan? Hey, Keegan.
That was Keegan.
You scored 26 and a career high 15 rebounds.
Hot damn!
Then our last will be the random stat. Dave said, I think with a lot of confidence, too. I don't know what you thought, Chris. That there would be boo birds and they would be loud.
Which is interesting because he needed the Kings to win last night for his prediction to be wrong, for his prediction to be right, which he's been bragging since the end of the game.
That he got right.
So why would there be booing?
I'm not understanding this. There was not any booing. There was a lot of cheering. It was very loud. They were very supportive.
In fact, the team was asked, I think I've got it marked here, 283 times how the Sacramento crowd was last night.
Let's hear Keegan on the Sac crowd.
It was a long 8 games. I think we hadn't won in like 2 weeks or something like that. So the fact that we were 4-13 and we had a crowd like that is just shows kind of how special Sacramento is, and they brought incredible energy. And to get 2 wins in a row when we were at our backs was big.
So there's Keegan on the Sac crowd. By the way, to clean up the what people thought in the rewind, we would have the Malik Monk F-bomb reference. That was something we did not hear on the radio, so I did not write it into the script. Apparently, it was after Malik missed the 3 to tie the game, and they were going to timeout.
Oh, yeah, that makes sense.
And it was like a bleep, so everybody heard it. So Dave's prediction of boo birds loudly raining down at Golden One Center did not happen. Okay.
We're gonna go nuts in there!
Honest question, and you'll be the impartial judge here. So Dave's prediction versus my prediction. Which one was worse? So we gave you, Dave, that there would be boo birds loudly throughout the arena, which was far from it.
I think mine was the worst of all.
I think you're going to win, believe it or not, of the best of our random stats. Mine was Drew Eubanks would get a double-double. He played 13 minutes, 1 for 3, 2 points, 2 rebounds. And your prediction, by the way,
was... That's a Verlad box score right there.
And your prediction was that there would be an ejection. Well, you know what? Ant got a technical, and he wasn't really working for a second one, but I thought, well, that's something to watch here. But whose was worse, Dave's or mine?
Dave's.
Okay.
Like, he went after the fans.
Oh, yeah. That's just certain things you don't do. Dave was
he went after the city of Sacramento. This is why,
city.
Carmichael Dave, this is why I say to be a 10 of 10 fan, got to live in the Sacramento city.
Someone said I was partly right. I got a double single, not a double-double. Dave is suggesting that they were booing for the win. No.
I was saying boo-earns.
All right, there you go. That is our recap of our predictions from yesterday. We'll have another opportunity tomorrow as the Kings will be hosting the Phoenix Suns as the homestand. It's just a 2-game homestand. Continues. All right, we've got one more hour to go. We've already talked with Sean Salisbury. We've got another Sean coming up, KCRS.
Maybe.
Yeah, we haven't heard from him. He said, I might be a little groggy, a little sleepy. I'm coming back from Santa Clara. We'll see if we can get connected with Sean Cunningham to start the next hour. A reminder, too, by the way, with no show Thursday for Thanksgiving or Friday, tomorrow we are going to have Katie as normal on Wednesday at 9. But Sam Amick is going to join us tomorrow.
What is this, elementary school?
No, Katie, you're joining us at 9. That's normal. But,
oh, my gosh, you're just lame.
Okay, Katie, but how about Sam as a bonus tomorrow at 8?
I know I'm shamelessly pumping the poll here.
There we go. So Sam Amick will join us at 8 tomorrow. Katie tomorrow.
Good at business.
At 9. I think we're missing good at business for Thanksgiving.
A shameful performance.
Wow, we got a lot going on. Unless we have a special Thanksgiving show that I'm unaware of. I don't think we will.
I think we're going to have football all day on Thanksgiving.
Football. All right, that's fine. We'll allow it. All right, when we come back, our final hour, that is coming up next on Sactown Sports.
The Drive Guys, weekdays 2 p.m. to 6 p.m.
On Sactown Sports 1140.
This is the story of the one. As a safety manager at a manufacturing plant, he does everything he can to keep his coworkers safe. From finding ways to reduce risks to keeping safety supplies in stock. And for that, he relies on Grainger. Grainger offers a broad range of quality products and next-day delivery, so he can always play it safe. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Get Black Friday savings during the Happy Honda Days excitement going on now at Stockton Honda, Northern California's best Honda dealer. You'll score big with low payments, top trade-in value, and a huge selection of new Hondas. Don't wait. The clock is ticking at StocktonHonda.com.
Anytime, anywhere, it's all here. StocktonHonda.com.
Based on the results of the study recognized on June 18, 2025, USA Today's list of California's top car dealers 2025.
Call Maverick Electrical to claim your free furnace tune-up or electrical safety check with a donation. This month, donate 5 canned foods to Maverick Electric's Holiday Food Drive and get a free furnace tune-up or electrical safety check. They'll collect your cans at the appointment and make sure your heat stays comfy and your lights stay steady, so the only thing whistling is the kettle, not your ductwork. Visit callaMaverick.com to schedule your free tune-up today. What would a Maverick do? Because you're a Maverick too. Limited appointments, some restrictions apply. Give to get with no gimmicks.
Cameron, I just think we need to, see other people.
Are you trading me in?
No. A trade-in is what I'm getting from Kitchen Mart.
A trade-in?
Right now, Kitchen Mart's offering a $750 credit when you trade in your old kitchen countertops for something worth showing off, like granite, marble, or solid surface.
I'm not worth showing off?
Not like the stunning new quartz countertops Kitchen Mart just installed for Karen and Tom.
Huh.
Durable, easy cleanup, made their kitchen look brand new. And Kitchen Mart gave them a $750 trade-in credit to haul off their ugly old tile and grout countertop.
You're dumping me.
That's harsh. You want me to wait till I get the new countertops from Kitchen Mart?
At least hold off till Wednesday. I'm seeing Susan.
Susan!
Now's the perfect time to trade up to beautiful new quartz, granite, marble, or solid surface countertops. Because for a limited time, Kitchen Mart's offering a $750 trade-in credit for your old countertops. Go to KitchenMart.com today and schedule a free in-home consultation and save $750 off new countertops.
No one does it better than KitchenMart.com.
Black Friday savings start now. Get your best deal through the end of the month at Folsom Lake Honda, your one-stop Honda shop.
With Black Friday savings during Happy Honda Days, own or lease your new Honda Accord or Civic today. Your one-stop Honda shop.
As a family-owned and operated dealership since 2009, customer service is our #1 priority. Our customers love doing business with us, and you will too. Folsom Lake Honda is your one-stop Honda shop.
Folsom Lake Honda.
Visit us at FolsomLakeHonda.com.
Your one-stop Honda shop.
KHD 1 Sacramento, KYMX HD3 Sacramento.
Your flagship station for the Beam Team.
From the Power Business Technology Toshiba Studios.
This is Sactown Sports 1140. The Carmichael Dave Show.
He's on the microphone when he's not on the microphone. He's playing a song, and when he's not playing a song, he's on the microphone, and then boom!
With Jason Ross.
No, he didn't! Yes, he did!
Call or text at 916-339-1140.
It's the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross on Sactown Sports.
Yep. All right, final hour of today's show. We had Sean Salisbury joining us last hour. We'll have Sean Cunningham joining us here in just a few moments. 916-339-1140, 1-800-920-1140. YouTubers are chatting away. Texters are coming through. We appreciate all of you, and we even appreciate JR. JR, good morning. How was the game?
Yeah. Niners win, Kings win, cats and dogs living together. Total pandemonium in Northern California.
Yes.
That was fun.
So
yes.
You were at the Niners kind of got through. It wasn't the best of games, but a win.
Yeah, you know what? I think during the game, I think Purdy threw an interception to me up in the suite, actually.
You have good hands.
What do you have? Did he have 50 up? Did he have 50?
Yeah.
No, it wasn't the most crisp game of football playing, but they got to win and they move on.
Yes.
Move on to Cleveland. It was fun. Huh?
Yeah, they move on to Cleveland. You're right.
I think they go on.
Yeah, no, that's right.
Youngstown. Niner fans, they usually go to Youngstown, hang out with the old policy DiBartolo family.
Yeah.
Hey, do we have enough? Huh?
What was the best part of the game?
Oh, definitely the fried chicken sandwich.
Sounds good.
It was man, they had some turkey sausage.
Ah, turkey sausage.
Yeah, grilled up.
All
I'm
right.
just wondering, do we have enough purple in the beam for all these wins we're going to get in a row? We're going to, can we start talking playing game, playoffs? What are we going to talk here?
Well, yeah, they're winning out, JR. It's kind of that simple. Thank you for the call.
I mean, if Dave is already rooting for teams to think about the lottery, don't you think we should be looking at teams to root against so the Kings can make the play-in?
Right, there you go. It's just play-in. Let's go all the way up. All the way up. No, long way to go. It was a great performance. It was a lot of fun. Yeah, it was fun to watch both things going on at the same time. The Niners at least got started earlier, and that game actually it felt like a fast game to me. JR was there, and our next guest, when he joins us, Sean Cunningham, will be here momentarily. He was there. He was there as well. But yeah, it just felt like that game was going quickly, and even with all the mistakes that were made by both sides. But Niners got the win. Kings got the win. And look, they've only won 5 games, and I don't even think it's debatable. I mean, Chris, this win was better than the Denver win, wasn't it?
Oh, yeah.
And Denver might be better than Minnesota, but it's the way they played. I just thought
it was like all hustle.
Yeah. And it was such a likable win, if there's such a thing. Like sometimes you just win, man, they shot 60%. They made every 3. They would have beat every team in the league. Well, that wasn't the case. It was kind of a grind to get, what did the Kings end up shooting? Yeah, 43%. Wasn't like they shot lights out. They did from the line, though. They were great from the foul line. Protected the ball, 12 turnovers. That'll win you games, 27 assists. As I mentioned earlier, 4 of their 9 steals came in overtime, so they were aggressive defensively. Bench was really good. And, they're right now, I feel like Doug is doing just enough to sprinkle in, Achua. Well, he was more than a sprinkle in yesterday, but sprinkle in Reynaud, sprinkle in Clifford. We barely saw Keon, but that's, he played 5 minutes. There still is that log jam. But right now, having Keegan back and the emphasis this organization is putting on Keegan and his response to it, it's nice. It's nice to see. And so now if you lay out the rest of the week, the Kings will play tomorrow at home against Phoenix. They're off to a surprisingly good start. They were supposed to be a team at the bottom of the West. But they, on the other side of the Kings, have had an advantageous schedule. I think they've played, if I'm not mistaken, my count yesterday was 11 or 12 teams on their schedule so far below 500. Doesn't matter. Take care of it. They've been able to do that. So you got them Wednesday, and then you hit the road for Utah coming up on Friday. All right, let's check in with our next guest. He's a man all over town and sometimes out of town like he was yesterday. Went to the Monday Night Football game to cover that, the 49ers and the Panthers, and is a regular covering your Sacramento Kings. He was at the Causeway over the weekend. He's covering high school football. He's everywhere. He's every man. It's KCRA's Sean Cunningham. Sean, good morning.
I don't think I live up to the everyman category. Do you know Michelle Dapper had an unfortunate situation. She picked up a little hunk of metal in the in her tire of this nice, beautiful Jeep.
You got to go quicker with that because we were thinking something awful.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
We were thinking hospital.
Yeah. In her tire.
I'm like, no, I'm just like, hey, just call AAA. Just call your roadside assistance. And I was curious because like last time I changed a tire was like back in high school. Is that bad? That doesn't make me an everyman.
Wow, during the Ford administration?
Why, if you did it then, did you not have confidence that you could change the tire now?
So, like, if it was like a little compact economy car, I could probably do it. But she has like a big Jeep, man. I feel like if I used that jack, I wouldn't trust myself. Like, I don't know. Hers like an oversized Bronco type Jeep kind of deal with oversized tires. Like the tires are massive. I don't know. That doesn't. I was looking at that and I was like, I felt less masculine to be able to accomplish the job of changing that tire. Like I could do like a little Corolla or something like that. I'd be fine.
Mini Cooper. So was this on? I'm hoping Absolutely. On the drive back from the game.
No. This was this was last week, I believe. She was coming into work and picked up a big hunk of metal.
And you're like, I'll take care of it, but you did not.
I'll
take care of it. Like, let me dial AAA.
Yeah, no, AAA. I got you all day.
Well, it's funny that you said that because earlier on the show we had Sean Salisbury. We were talking about like for whatever reason we got up on that very topic of being handy. I don't think of myself as a handyman at all. Like there's so many people, my brother, my dad, they could all just like build stuff out of like see it and build it and know how to do it and have the drills and the saws and I'm like I could see what needs to be. I just can't do it. But I can change a tire. I've done that.
Yeah, I just feel like it's not so much that I can't do it. Mm-hmm. It's so much that I think I would really mess it up. And that's why we have professionals. We have these these services available to us these days. Kind of like, would you put up your own Christmas lights?
I do put up my own Christmas lights.
Okay, but like, do you go more elaborate than just around the gutters or the edges of your roof and stuff? Or do you like put?
I feel like I do, but I'm on the gutters, but it's I all around the front, and we have a tree that's kind of really nice to have. We've made it like an outdoor. It's not a Christmas tree, but it's a tree that we put lights on and a little ornaments. So there's a little more work, but it's not. I'm not like on 7 ladders and all that, hanging from the roof to do it. But I try to be safe.
Griswold.
Yes.
Just go Griswold on it. No, I can't be. Yeah, if it's beyond the gutters and maybe decorating a tree, hire someone.
I don't know if I appreciate Sean going after your Christmas light hanging skills.
Yeah, I think he is questioning it.
Well, on Jason's palatial pad,
yeah,
I think I would have to bring in a service.
Well, you were on the move yesterday in San Francisco. We want to get to the Kings here in a moment, but I do want to at least ask you about that game. It was ugly, Sean, but at least a win. Purdy a little sloppy. What was kind of the tone of the 49ers locker room after just kind of surviving that one?
Yeah, it was pretty funny because I think Juwan Jennings, for example, who scores a touchdown in that game and then has a little mix-up on the sidelines with a Panthers player for getting poked where you don't poke another man. And so, I mean, that kind of shifted some focus away from maybe the task at hand, which was kind of an ugly game. And Trent Williams was really the only one that really kind of own it and be like, yeah, we won ugly, but we won. And I remember sitting there in the press box and Brock Purdy throws his first pick. And I kind of went, oh, that's out of the way. Almost like the Jimmy Garoppolo situation where every time he'd throw a touchdown, he'd be a little bit better, or maybe it was a wake-up call for him. But like to that point, he throws a second one in that half, and I'm like, well, that's out of the way. And to see 3 of them was so uncharacteristic, but I just never really felt like Carolina was all that successful in moving the football and getting up the field. So yeah, it really didn't bother me, and it didn't seem to bother most of the players, I think, in the locker room. I mean, clearly, I think they thought they'd be more effective, and trying to get back-to-back wins for I think the first time since week 3, if it was, they were really kind of disappointed in themselves if I'm being frank. But like, there's no realizing that they still have another week before their bye, and people are making such a big deal about the easy schedule. It's like I think it was a nice game for the defense to go out there and show that, hey, yeah, they're injury riddled and they've got a lot of guys that maybe shouldn't be playing, but they've just been a really gritty bunch. And there was so much focus on Robert Saleh and just what he's been able to accomplish being back as a defensive coordinator and seeing these guys rise to the occasion. And, see a guy like Jair Brown, who much has been made about him being a guy who could go out there and get interceptions and just not be a guy who's been able to do that. And he walks away with 2 of them on his own and really crucial situations in the end zone. Kudos to them, man, because they really continue to have that narrative of the season, which is just a really gritty effort from their defense.
Yeah, and as you look at the big picture for the 49ers, Sean, I think that was an important win to get to 8. They're still in 7th, so that's the last wild card spot. They've got Cleveland this week, then the bye, then Tennessee. I feel like those 2 games are critical to get into at least 10 and then see what they could do in the last 3. But as you look at the landscape of the NFC, I really know they're going to miss Warner and Bosa. But how good is this team if they get to the postseason? How much damage do you think they could do?
I mean, we're all interested in seeing it. Certainly if their defense continues to kind of rise to the occasion, certainly they've given up points at times, but they do it to a juggernaut like the Rams. I don't think you should really feel too bad about that if you're this Niners defense, and really just finding ways to win games and seeing key guys step up. And sometimes it's a new guy every single game. So I think honestly the best recipe for them that gives them the utmost confidence that they can really do some damage is keeping that offense together and seeing some of those guys come back. And yeah, Brock Purdy threw 3 picks, but having Ricky Pearsall back, the Brandon Ayuk situation being what it is, they're pretty much healthy. Having someone like Juwan Jennings, I think, just needed a game like that last night against Carolina, because he's kind of been a little bit missing, if you want to just be real. He's had some moments where he just disappears. So I remember it had me just a week ago going, where the hell is this guy? He needs to be stepping up, especially in the absence of someone like Ayuk, who's been a little bit of a downfield threat. So having a lot of their receivers step up, they've got an offensive line that has been rather together for the most part, and it just all starts with Trent Williams. And then they just have that absolute bell cow in Christian McCaffrey. If that offense can stay healthy, I think the defense, despite being depleted, can give them opportunities to win.
Was Ayuk brought up at all yesterday with that contract situation?
Absolutely. And I think, it depends on who you talk to, because it seems as if this organization is saying the things that you'd want to hear in terms of, is it heading to a messy divorce? Well, it depends on who you ask, but organizationally they're saying, no, we'd welcome back with open arms. It's really, Brandon's decision. And it's a very complicated story. I don't even feel that like I'm in the situation that I fully understand it. Cause I think it deals with some really, I don't know if demons is the right word, but I think they've had just a very rough history. And however Brandon has gone through the last 6 months to a year, it sounds as if so much is in his control in order to, whether he wants to come back or set foot on this messy divorce, because he, being able to tell the Players Association that you're waiving money is unheard of. So I don't have the utmost confidence that he'll be back, but certainly I heard from several people last night that seem to believe that there's a pathway to reunite this team and this player.
All right, Sean, I want to transition to the Kings here, but first, this text. Sean isn't wrong. I had a flat once and thought, quote, why would I need to call AAA? This is easy. I then bent the frame of the car because the jack wasn't in the right place. Never again.
They don't make them like they used to. That's what it is. I guess they could say the same thing about the modern American male, but they don't make these things like they used to. Some of those jacks, especially the ones, if you get the ones that come with the car, you would think that they would work. But if you put all these lifts and all these big tires, I don't know. I have started to doubt the equipment. And a good carpenter doesn't believe his tools, but in that case, I probably would.
Sean Cunningham joining us from KCRA has covered all things Sacramento and all our Northern California sports for many, many years. Sean, you're a regular covering the Kings. I know you were at the Niners yesterday, but you obviously know what happened with the Kings. I do want you to hear this soundbite post-game and get your reaction to this. This was a question asked to DeMar DeRozan after the Kings win about Keegan Murray.
DeMar, how much does having Keegan back kind of change the dynamic of your guys' game on offense?
It's everything. It's everything. Keegan is key to this team. It's his team. He's one of those guys that's going to be very, very special in this league, and he's showing it with his dynamic play on both ends. He changes the game. When his confidence is high, the things he's able to do makes it a lot easier on us. So, it's pretty obvious.
I hope were you able to hear it first and foremost?
Yeah. Absolutely.
So basically saying, this is the first time I've heard this, and it's from a veteran, established veteran, a future Hall of Famer saying this is Keegan's team. What's your reaction to that?
Yeah, I haven't really heard anybody say that before in terms of what Keegan Murray is to the Sacramento Kings in the future. I mean, certainly they've thought that he can be a very impactful player and a player that could one day have the talent level that could rise to being a important player, dare I even say an all-star type player. But to hear somebody say that, like someone like DeMar DeRozan especially, it is that ultimate confidence if you're a fan that kind of goes along with this contract that the Sacramento Kings have given him long term to be a part of the future. It'd be interesting to see if Keegan would agree with that. I don't think Keegan necessarily looks at himself that way. But certainly, like, what he means to this squad in particular, like you could, just before the season started, the two guys they could not afford to lose due to injury with this group was Keegan Murray and Domantas Sabonis, and they've done that. They've lost both of them for extended periods, and so getting through the Keegan part is tricky. But having him come out, and again, I think I mentioned this to Whitey Gleason just last week, which is the thing that really encouraged me out of the preseason, and it's hard to take things away from preseason and apply them a step forward, but Keegan was looking for his, and he would get criticized so much. Mike Brown, other coaching members on that staff, they would criticize him for saying, like, no one's going to invite you to shoot. Like, you have to be able to be the guy that's going to take shots away. And I think he felt like he needed to be a good teammate at times, especially then in that second year becoming that defender. And seeing to where he is now, like in the preseason, he was chucking. I mean, he was looking for aggressive scoring opportunities. And certainly, maybe you didn't see that in that Memphis game. I don't know if anyone wants to take anything away from that Memphis game. Denver, seeing the kind of the grittiness that they fought with the Nuggets to get that win. But last night is like, welcome home, Keegan Murray. Who's this? Taking shots, looking for scoring opportunities, getting into the paint, being able to just make these like line drives to the hoop, which is nice. And I think, more than anything, DeMar DeRozan recognizes that because he's really the only guy that gets to the free throw line with any level of consistency. And if Keegan Murray can do that, boy, I mean, add to everything else he's doing, getting his scoring opportunities, getting those numbers up, seeing a double-double like that, a career high in rebounds. DeMar DeRozan should see it. I think hopefully Keegan Murray is seeing it as well.
What do you think of kind of where we are now? We all knew and kind of benchmarked these first 18 because of the difficulty of the schedule. You pair that, Sean, with injuries that have happened and honestly poor play. I mean, they've kind of had the trifecta here going against them. Some of it self-induced with the poor play, but injuries and schedule. But also kind of the bigger picture item that the roster is imbalanced. There are some high-priced veterans that could probably fetch them some things that could help the long-term future. I'm kind of still in that camp. I think there's some building blocks here, that there's some guys that they can go forward with, but I see them in a priority to still move on from some of these guys. What's your overall feeling as we're nearly a quarter of the way through the season and kind of what the direction should be going forward?
Yeah, I think that everything is I've kind of made the analogy, and think people I've talked to, it's like they're not necessarily built to blow it up. And this isn't like baseball where you can trade off a high priced contract for two single A players. Like the way these aprons work and the salary cap and luxury tax, you have to have dollar for dollar matches. And, you really need sometimes 3 teams to, 4 teams to be able to make things happen. So for the most part, I'm of the belief that this is going to be a team that like it or not, you're just going to have to see through. I think DeMar DeRozan is the guy who's most likely to be traded, and that's mainly because he doesn't have a whole lot of money attached to his deal going forward. Someone like Zach LaVine, who has such a high-priced contract. I mean, he's so likely to pick up that player option. He'd be insane not to. It's upwards of $50 million. Domas has money attached going forward to his contract, and so does Malik Monk. Certainly, there's trades out there that you can make, but everything I've been told in terms of what this team, they want to still remain competitive. They feel like that they're built to do that, and it doesn't take much to make it a move here or there, and you can change the landscape of the team, but you can also change the fortunes of the team. So when you hear rebuild, it's like a complete tear down, kind of those kind of things. I think it's honestly, I feel like it's very much in line with what Monty McNair had said, which is like I forget the words he used, but he was talking about remaining consistent and building upon consistency and building upon the continuity that they have. They weren't really able to do that. This group, I think, would look significantly different, but I don't think it takes much to do that. I think it's just how you affect the core of this team going forward, and then maximizing the youth and maximizing the ability to find a star player. Because let's face it, like, you have a lot of future Hall of Famers, but they're old, and it's a young man's league. So it's going to be very, very tricky. I was interested in the comments from Scott Perry in The Athletic the other day, because they were very much in line with what he was saying throughout the summer. I don't think there was anything in there that made me go, oh, wow, that's a dramatic shift, or that's different, or we didn't hear this before. So knowing that they're just not happy with the start that they've had, I think they're a bunch of realists in that room, but he's preaching patience because it does take some time to do that, and he just got here. So as far as where they are, I think what I'm encouraged by, because the things, no one wants to see your teeth get kicked in if you're a Kings fan, and going out there and losing by double digits all the time, especially when some of I think 4 of those 8 were over 27 points. I mean, that's insanity. So the competitive spirit, it doesn't matter what group you have out there. If your coach has lost the locker room, or you have a group who just don't have a give a damn about them, that's ultra concerning. And these last 2 games, small sample size, but they've shown an ability to compete. They've shown that give a damn, a little bit of that fire. I hope it's not a situation of rising to the occasion, because let's face it, they haven't really done that. But seeing them push the pace the way they have, seeing them kind of come together and be this group that wants to show that they can turn their fortunes around, I don't know if it's all that realistic, but Kings fans can stomach that. Your critics can stomach that when it's, you went out there, gave it a good effort, and you lost. But you go out there and not care and lose by 30. That absolutely is shameful. So it deserves to be called out.
I want to ask you about LaVine. You brought him up, and the one thing I'm constantly wondering about, and I don't know the answer to this, but I'd be curious about your speculation. He's 30 now. At the end of the season, he'll be 31, so he'll hit that mark. He does have 1 year remaining, like you said, and I think most players would not turn down a final year, and I believe it's officially around $49 million. But let's say he doesn't. So when that expires, he'd be 32, whether he's a King or not. But is there an argument at all for Zach and Zach's camp to opt out? And my point being that, look, 49 is a ton of money, but he still would be 31. Maybe he could get a 3 or 4 year deal at not nearly $49 million, but I don't know, 30, 35 million, 3 or 4 years, and be in that spot where he picks the team that he wants to go to. Is that at all like out there, you think, for Zach and Zach's camp, or is that just kind of a crazy thought?
No, I don't think it's a crazy thought, especially when you're represented by someone like Rich Paul, clutch agency who goes out, who can, really get you control a lot when you're a player in this league and clutch agency. I mean, we just saw with De'Aaron Fox, but the I would say the difference there is you've got a player who's in his absolute prime in De'Aaron Fox at 26, who can go out there and handpick where he wants to go, and be able to find an extension eligible for him. I think that field is very much condensed for somebody like Zach LaVine, who doesn't necessarily have a high ceiling going forward in his career, but he's also a 3-level scorer who's at probably in my opinion, one of the elite scorers, and especially when he's efficient in this league. So I think there's always an appetite for him. I just don't know that the money will be there.
Yeah.
I think if I was representing him, I'd tell him I'd be doing a dereliction of duty as an agent to tell him to opt out of something like that for 1 year, knowing that going forward, I mean, he still has money left for him on the table. It just obviously won't be upwards of that amount. And I get it. The one in the hand is worth two in the bush. That whole saying I would take the money that's owed to you right there, take it and run, and then you can go find a contract. I think with his scoring ability and his, never really, I know he gets popped for being an injury prone player at times, but it's never been a massive type of injury. I feel like that guy can easily fit back in and be what he is for several years. It's not like he's adding any more to his game as a playmaker or a defender. So him as a prolific scorer in this league, as long as he's efficient, I think finds him money. And he'll find probably another contract that'll probably not go lower than 17 per year.
Yeah, well, that's down the line certainly for him. Something to watch along with this team. Now that they've won 2 in a row, they'll be back at it tomorrow night against Phoenix. Sean, we will see you out there tomorrow. Thank you for joining us today, and let's go have you work on changing some tires too.
Yeah, I'd be up for that. I'd be up for learning a little bit. I'm always down for a new challenge, but not by myself. I can't do it. I'm not gonna. I'd feel free. I'd feel like I'm gonna mess it up. I can't do that stuff.
You got others out there offering to help you, so we'll get out there. We'll get it done.
Do you go cut down your own Christmas tree, or do you go to a lot?
Usually a lot, but I've done it once. We went up to Apple Hill one time and cut down a tree.
Nice.
Yeah, it was fun.
I've done that.
Dork. Hey.
I needed help.
Yeah.
I definitely needed help. It was tough.
All right, Sean, thank you so much for joining us. We'll see you out there tomorrow.
Bye, Jay.
All right, that is Sean Cunningham from KCRA Channel 3. We appreciate him and his insight, and all of you for checking this out. Anything you ever miss on the show, you can always go back to Sactown Sports, our podcast page, and check it all out and listen to it or watch it whenever you want. When we come back, What's on Deck? Brought to you by Trex Decking and Railing. That is all straight ahead here on Sactown Sports.
On the move? Got somewhere to be?
Take Sacramento Kings basketball with you. The Sactown Sports app will let you stay connected to your passion. Never miss a moment of Sacramento Kings basketball with the Sactown Sports app.
Carmichael Dave here for American Energy Heat and Air. Right now, breaking news, they're upgrading their offering to include plumbing, bringing that same expertise and experience to the plumbing space. They're no longer just heat and air. They're now your American Energy home pros. You hear me talk about them as your second opinion partner. Now you can still get second opinions on any HVAC service or replacement, and now you can get a second opinion on any of your plumbing services. They'll come out to your house for free, and they'll give you a second opinion and almost certainly save you money. Oh, but wait, there's more. With winter coming up, how about a free furnace special? With full system installation, you're getting a free furnace, not a discounted furnace, a free furnace, and up to $4,000 in rebates while that funding lasts. So get there right now, 916-520-9990. That's 916-520-9990 or AmericanEnergyAir.com. American Energy, making the uncomfortable comfortable.
At Valley Strong Credit Union, we know that local businesses are the backbone of the Central Valley, investing in our neighborhoods, boosting the economy, making the Valley stronger. But when it comes to their finances, where can they turn? A big bank that just sees another number? That's not good enough. Valley businesses deserve Valley support for payroll, credit, cash flow, and everything in between. Valley Business is Valley Strong. Learn how our cash management services can support your business at valleystrong.com.
This Black Friday is the best time to get the Toyota you've been wanting, but these deals will disappear soon. Right now, get low 1.99% financing plus $1,000 finance cash on the 2025 Tacoma. Or score a low-cost lease on Tacoma Double Cab. Or get low 0.99% financing plus up to $1,000 finance cash on the 2025 Tundra. Black Friday is almost over, so visit your Toyota dealership before these deals are gone. Toyota, let's go places. Offers available through TFS to buyers with premium rated credit and cannot be combined with other offers. Ends 12/1/25.
Guys, want long-term health you can count on? It starts with knowing your numbers. Right now, Revive Men's Health Sacramento is offering a comprehensive wellness panel, a $400 value for just $99. It checks your testosterone, blood sugar, cholesterol, kidney, liver, thyroid, and heart health. Take control of your health today and stay strong for the long haul. Offer ends November 30th. Call 916-619-3000. That's 916-619-3000. or visit ReviveMen'sHealth.com today. Must medically qualify. Terms apply. Contact us for full offer details.
For over 90 years, Hagen Oaks has partnered with the biggest brands in golf to bring cutting-edge technology to your game. Our one-of-a-kind total game fitting offers a level of experience and precision that is unmatched. From driver to putter, footwear to golf balls, our TrackMan-powered performance studios, 3D footwear scanner, and Ping's Ballnamic ball fitting kiosk ensure every piece of your gear is tailored to your swing. Trust the experts at the Hagen Oaks Golf Super Shop. Total game fitting starts here.
Everyone has a past, but what happens if you've made mistakes and made good on that past, but it keeps following you? Are you looking for an attorney to erase past records and restore your rights? Maybe even restore your gun rights? Do you need a reputable criminal defense attorney who knows even good people make bad mistakes? Well, the attorneys at Gonzalez Law Office are here to help. Find Gonzalez Law Office online at saclegaldefense.com or call them at 916-304-9187. We don't settle for less, and neither should you.
$5,000. That's the average amount of money people in the U.S. are now spending on gas in a year. $5,000. That's crazy. If you drive, you have to download Upside, the free app that gives you cash back every time you get gas. That's right. You can earn real cash back with Upside just by buying the gas you're already buying. You can literally start earning cash back today.
I use Upside every time I fill up, and I've already made around $300.
You're putting gas in your car anyway. Why not get real cash back? If you like free money, download Upside.
I'm saving the cash I earn from using Upside to help pay for a vacation later this year.
Download the free Upside app now to earn cash back every time you buy gas. Use promo code BOOST25 to get an extra 25 cents per gallon on your first tank. You can cash out anytime right to your bank, PayPal, or a gift card for Amazon and other brands. Just download the free Upside app and use promo code BOOST25 for a 25 cents per gallon bonus on your first tank. That's code BOOST25 for a 25 cents per gallon bonus.
Get more value for your money with the new owners at Elk Grove Chevrolet. Right now, supplier pricing is available to everyone, making it easier than ever to drive home in your dream car. Check out the amazing Black Friday specials online, like up to $11,000 off the 2025 Silverado 1500. Choose from a wide selection of new and used Chevrolets, plus flexible financing and expert maintenance. Visit them today and experience the difference. MyElkGroveChevrolet.com, where savings and service come standard. Light the world through the giving machines. Experience the joy of giving this season and helping those in need. Now through December 8th at the Galleria Mall, Roseville, and Vintage Fair Mall, Modesto.
Ladies and gentlemen,
this is going to be fun.
Yeah! It's time for What's on Deck. Brought to you by Trex Decking and Railing.
The flex and the flip. He's perfect at the line. DeRozan, 13 for 13 at the line. And then a backcourt steal by Precious Achiuwa. That will do it for the Kings, or should do it. 15 seconds to go. Conley looking over to the bench. Should I foul or not? They finally do. 10.7 seconds to go.
That was the G-Man.
What are you, celebrating or sneezing?
That was the G-Man last night as Sacramento gets the win. Maybe that's a game that's a rewatchable. Maybe watch it again tonight as far as what's on deck. Brought to you by our friends at Trex Decking and Railing, Hawks at Wizards, Magic at Sixers, Clippers at Lakers. Yeah, no Kings basketball tonight, but they'll be back playing tomorrow. I have done that before where work the Kings game, especially a home game, and post-game and chatted with people afterwards, then drive home, and then, hey, the game's on a replay. My favorite one that I ever did with that in recent memory was the Keegan Murray 47-point game against the Jazz. I remember coming home, and I was like, oh, man, this was so incredible to watch Keegan go nuts like this. And the game was on again, and I want to say it was in this third quarter when I turned it on. And at the time, Keegan had something like 16 points. I'm like, he ends with 47? Man, I got in at the right time. I'm going to enjoy rewatching this. But, yeah, that's what's on deck tonight. Hawks at Wizards, Magic at Sixers, Clippers at Lakers. Does that mean it's movie night for you, Chris? What do you got on the agenda tonight?
Well, Manchester City's playing at 12 against Leverkusen.
That's a win, right?
I hope so.
Light work.
Calm down. They lost to Newcastle.
This would be more of an upset, right?
That's about the same.
What's going on with your guys?
Just had off night.
To Newcastle?
Yeah.
What's their longest losing?
Here's the thing. Like, it would have been bad, but Liverpool and Manchester United looking absolutely awful made my weekend.
That. Okay.
Like, I'm not even mad that they lost.
I know you. You're in that spot of that kind of fandom where obviously you want your team to win, but do you get more joy when the teams you don't like lose?
My
close?
friends of those teams would think so.
Why? Because of the clever texts and gifts and whatever you might send them?
Uh-huh.
So that's at noon. You'll watch them. Who did you say they're playing?
Leverkusen?
Are you making that up?
No, they're a German team.
Ah.
Or Austrian team.
Ah.
Or Dutch team?
Ah. Do we know who they are? Do we really know? Does anybody really know what time it is out there? Okay. Well, that's what's on deck. What was the movie you just saw in the theater? You told me you saw a movie.
The Keeper. You would hate that movie.
Because?
It's weird.
Okay. Why is it weird?
I don't know. Like, I think if I were to describe it, I'm just giving a huge spoiler away.
Okay. Well, we don't want that. But you saw it in the theater?
We were the only two people in the theater.
Seriously?
Yeah.
I'm okay with it. That's never bothered me. I'm always weird. Like, why are we the only people here? Is this movie this bad? Do we know something that other people...
I went to the bathroom at one point, and then coming back in, I'm like, please don't scare me. Please don't scare me. Please don't scare me.
Who you were with, you mean?
Yeah.
You were saying that?
Yeah.
If they had gone to the bathroom, would you have scared them when they came back?
No.
Okay. I didn't think you get scared.
Oh, I get super scared.
Oh. And that's the thrill of these movies?
Yeah.
IMDb gave it a 5.9 out of 10. What would you give it? I don't even know your rating system.
See, I go thumbs up, thumbs down. I give it a thumbs up.
Yeah, but that's pass, no pass. I mean, is it a...
How do you truly grade art, Jason?
Okay, but you've already said you would suggest that I don't see it.
I don't think you would like it.
Okay, but would you...
say Lamb is an 8, I would put The Keeper at a 6. 6.5.
And wasn't Lamb really weird?
Yeah.
This is weird like that? Oh, I just saw... I'm looking at the trailer without the audio being on, and I saw and blank. I'm like, what is that even?
Because the most of it's for most of it's oh, this is weird. This is weird. Wait, what are they doing? And then with 15 minutes left in the movie, it's oh, what are they doing?
So it gets weird that late in the movie?
No, it's already let's say the weirdness is already starting off as a 6, and then it takes it to a 9.
You love these kind of movies.
Yeah.
Because of the thrill of getting scared?
Yeah. And horror movies now is the last place where you get a new story. Everything is a comic book movie.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Or a reboot or a sequel. And as I say that, I'm really looking forward to the It Follows sequel that's supposed to be coming out.
I don't know why I'm so inquisitive about this or questioning about it. It's funny because a lot of times my wife and I will watch real Datelines and 2020 murder things. And
your wife is a tough critic.
She is. Why? Did she send you something recently?
No, when she was telling me about Sinners, I was just oh, that wasn't all that good. I'm like, what?
She didn't love. I mean, I liked it. I didn't love it. I liked it.
Didn't she see it at the?
We saw it at the drive-in. Not the drive-through.
Maybe a little too preoccupied.
If you know what I mean.
Maybe didn't catch the entire story.
No, but our car died.
That's right. I remember you telling me that.
And that was funny. It was I had never had that happen at the drive-in. And then...
You're saying this has never happened to you before?
Yeah, why?
Nothing.
Oh. And then you look around and there's 12 people getting their car jumped. It's oh. And there's a person driving around in a golf cart with a car battery or a thing to jump your car. And it's like, all right. Then we had to wait in line, got about the 6th one. Shoop, quick charge. Oh, yeah, we're good.
We're not that bad.
Yeah, okay, here's a movie experience. Would you rather be the only two in the theater?
Only two.
Or in the front row of a crowded theater?
Only two.
Front row of a crowded theater is kind of weird.
The
screens are so big. I wonder if there's ever thought of just even pushing everything back a bit. Because if you're in the front,
lose those seats where you get paid for. I was trying to think what I prefer more, a crowded theater for a comedy or a horror movie, because you get like the same thing.
Yes.
I think you need.
I think that experience for both of those would be great. The one thing about
I
the
saw
comedy
Hereditary in a crowded theater, and it was like
an experience.
The people screaming in terror was insane.
I don't know. I'm sure it's happened before, but like if I was walking the hallway of like I'm getting out of another movie and a theater filled with people in a horror movie and you just hear a bunch of screaming, that would be kind of weird to hear that. But the one thing about a comedy, there's great energy in that, but you miss jokes. That kind of energy. But sometimes I missed that line. What did they say?
Naked Gun.
Yes, with you and Sean. One more with you. Just laughing the whole time.
This might surprise you. I love that. That might be my movie of 2025.
It's not surprising me. You went 3 times.
I got everyone to watch it on the fishing trip, too.
Did you? Did they like it?
A lot of people looking at their phones. Like, come on, guys.
Pay attention.
Get off. I'm telling the old guys, screen time's done. Come on.
Yeah. Put your phones down. Let's engage. All right. When we come back, we will have Crosstalk with Alan Stiles, and we'll wrap the show up with Celebrity Birthdays, brought to you by Crumble Cookies. That is next.
You never know what you might hear when listening to a Sacramento Kings game.
Out of Keegan, going for another triple. Man, is he feeling it. Keegan, can he do it? Yes, there's number 11, Keegan Murray. Keegan steps back. He just knocked down his 12th three-pointer, a Kings franchise record. He's got 45 points.
Never miss a moment of Sacramento Kings basketball with Sactown Sports and the Sactown Sports app.
Black Friday savings start now. Get your best deal through the end of the month at Folsom Lake Honda, your one-stop Honda shop.
With Black Friday savings during Happy Honda Days, own or lease your new Honda Accord or Civic today. Your one-stop Honda shop.
As a family-owned and operated dealership since 2009, customer service is our #1 priority. Our customers love doing business with us, and you will too. Folsom Lake Honda is your one-stop Honda shop.
Folsom Lake Honda. Visit us at FolsomLakeHonda.com.
Your one-stop Honda shop.
Call Maverick Electrical to claim your free furnace tune-up or electrical safety check with a donation. This month, donate 5 canned foods to Maverick Electric's Holiday Food Drive and get a free furnace tune-up or electrical safety check. They'll collect your cans at the appointment and make sure your heat stays comfy and your lights stay steady, so the only thing whistling is the kettle, not your ductwork. Visit callamaverick.com to schedule your free tune-up today. What would a Maverick do? Because you're a Maverick too. Limited appointments, some restrictions apply. Give to get with no gimmicks.
$5,000. That's the average amount of money people in the U.S. are now spending on gas in a year. $5,000. That's crazy. If you drive, you have to download Upside, the free app that gives you cash back every time you get gas. That's right. You can earn real cash back with Upside just by buying the gas you're already buying. You can literally start earning cash back today.
I use Upside every time I fill up, and I've already made around $200-$300.
You're putting gas in your car anyway. Why not get real cash back? If you like free money, download Upside.
I'm saving the cash I earn from using Upside to help pay for a vacation later this year.
Download the free Upside app now to earn cash back every time you buy gas. Use promo code BOOST25 to get an extra 25 cents per gallon on your first tank. You can cash out anytime right to your bank, PayPal, or a gift card for Amazon and other brands. Just download the free Upside app and use promo code BOOST25 for a 25 cents per gallon bonus on your first tank. That's code BOOST25 for a 25 cents per gallon bonus.
Just how good is Pure Talk's current deal for unlimited wireless? Well, you might say it's the deal of your lifetime. Because right now, for just $29.95 a month, Pure Talk is offering unlimited talk, text, and data for life. Not your phone's life, your life. This is Pure Talk's top-tier plan. It comes with a crazy fast 5G network along with a 30-gig hotspot. And at just $29.95 a month, there has never been a better opportunity to lock in a ridiculously low rate for as long as you live. And save thousands and thousands of dollars along the way. This plan is normally $65 a month, but if you switch today, you will save over 50% every single month for the rest of your life. See what I mean? It really is the deal of your lifetime. Dial pound 250, say Mike Rowe. Offer ends 12/7. Some restrictions apply. Details at puretalk.com.
NBA fans, the race for the Emirates NBA Cup is on.
Let the games begin.
30 teams will start, but only 8 will advance. And only one champion will capture the cup. To finish first, they'll have to put the pedal to the metal. Who will capture the cup? Well, let's see what happens on the court.
Basketball is back.
Emirates NBA Cup Group Play continues every Friday on Prime.
Just announced, Stockton Honda has been named #1 of California's best car dealers in 2025 by USA Today and Statista. This prestigious award is based on thousands of customer reviews and recommendations, ranking dealerships for service, value, and satisfaction. Out of hundreds evaluated, Stockton Honda is proud to be #1, recognized for all-around excellence and commitment to our customers. Visit Stockton Honda, where reputation meets the road.
Anytime, anywhere, it's all here. StocktonHonda.com.
Golf to Go is brought to you by the Hagen Oaks Golf Super Shop. Here's Frank LaRosa.
Amateur players will be pleased to know that the USGA doesn't object to a friendly bet with your weekend foursome. Friendly bets include soft drinks after the round, hot dogs at the turn, or even a $2 Nassau, one of the most widely used bets in golf. It takes its name from the Nassau County Country Club of Glen Cove, Long Island, one of the many clubs frequented by the well-to-do in the late 19th century. As the story goes, matches between these clubs were often reported in the local newspapers, sometimes to the embarrassment of wealthy industrialists coming out the loser. The Nassau captain J.B. Coles Tappan then devised a format where the worst possible result could not be reported as anything more than a 3-0 defeat. In a Nassau, 3 equal wagers are placed on the first 9, the second 9, and 18-hole total. A $2 Nassau is sometimes referred to as a 2-2-2 bet. Some play better with a bet to keep their attention, others are nervous at the thought of losing. Whatever your choice, golf is a game, have some fun. That's your Golf to Go. I'm Frank LaRosa.
It's time for the news of the day.
The latest headlines, the biggest stories, hard-hitting analysis.
Yeah, this is none of those things. And now, here's Carmichael Dave and Jason Ross.
Hey! Welcome in, Alan Stiles. What's up, Alan?
What's up, Jason?
Alan goes to the game. Kings play like champions.
That's right.
That's all they needed was...
Yeah, they needed me in the building.
Styles files.
Well, when you left, they were losing, right?
Oh, that's true. Good point, Chris.
I mean, what is losing? Were you ever losing
They were
if you
down.
won?
They were trailing.
Were you ever losing if you won?
Yeah.
So you were there all the way to the end. You saw the beam.
I was.
Fun night, though.
Great night.
Yeah.
Beautiful night. Outstanding night. Fans deserve that night. Everyone deserves that night. You know, Thanksgiving's coming up. A lot of pie. It's just a great time, Jason.
What are some of the things? Are you going to squash all of those good feelings today at 10 o'clock?
Not at all.
Okay.
No. I felt as if, and I said this last night, I felt as if Scott Perry made the move of the century talking to Sam Amick and getting everything out there. I think everybody understands their role now. And honestly, Jason, it's just a situation where they're just enjoying themselves. Every day could technically be their last day together.
True.
You had DeMar DeRozan.
That's true for everybody, right?
That's true. But DeMar DeRozan, if Sam Amick doesn't have that conversation with Scott Perry, does DeMar, after the game yesterday, say it's Keegan Murray's team, which is the first time we heard it? I just think everybody understands what's going on. I think the two players in the most confusing spots would be Dennis Schroeder, who's used to getting traded every quarter of the season, and Zach LaVine. But Zach LaVine, I mean, the choice is yours. You can opt out. Somebody will pay him $30-something million over the next 3 years. You're going to make your money. So if you don't want to be a part of this, you don't have to.
Yeah.
So I think those are the two guys. But even those two guys, they have, I guess Dennis Schroeder is the one that doesn't have choices, but he understands I'm signing a very tradable contract. That's just who he is in the league.
Yeah.
So I think everybody is on the same page now. Keegan is going to get the most shots, I think. And
I'm okay with that.
Even going back, Jason, to when De'Aaron Fox was still here. And I wanted to ask everybody, so I'll start with you. There was the Fox and the Ox, and then that didn't go. People didn't like that nickname, and it was De'Aaron Fox's team, but it was also Domantas Sabonis' team. Is it more clear now with even the things swirling around Domantas Sabonis whose team it is, even from the Beam team? Was it clearly De'Aaron Fox's team, or did he always kind of split compared to DeMar DeRozan and saying, this is Keegan Murray's team?
Yeah, I felt like it was more Fox, but Sabonis is a key part. And then even when they added DeRozan, it almost felt like that also pushed Keegan further down.
Mm-hmm.
Monk had been here and been successful. But now just based on Scott Perry extending Keegan, the way Keegan's playing as a two-way player, the future of the veterans, and it feels like, to me, it honestly feels like it's Keegan/Westbrook's team.
Wow.
In a weird way. Like, Russ is such the alpha of the team. Like, Keegan doesn't have that about him.
Right.
But he's the core of what they're trying to do going forward.
Yeah, that's a good point. And I don't know. I just want to see Keegan's leap. And Kyle always makes fun of me for referencing that we did have Keegan's pops, Keegan Murray, on the show. I got to say it every single time. And Keegan was trying to tell us, I'm going for most improved player. And his dad said, Keegan was really getting after it this summer, and it's sad that we got robbed of the beginning of the season, but we're here now, and let's just enjoy the ride.
Yeah, for sure. So that's coming up today. What else you got?
Yes, so Brendan Nunez coming up at 12. So Brendan's going to join us. Chris Watkins going to pop in later in the show, either 12:30, 1 o'clock. So it's really just about how everybody is feeling, and at what point would you say, all right, that's enough winning now, right? And are we going to do the thing and say, they got the Suns next, and then I know it's a bad team. They could have been 4 in a row here. Yeah. Are we done? Because he puts out this statement, do we trust, those in the building if they get on a little run here? We never said we were going to blow it up. We said we were assessing, and they're winning now.
Well, so my hope is that they could somehow thread this weird proverbial needle that they still make the necessary moves to transform the team for the future. But, as a byproduct, in the bottom of the West being so bad, hey, look, they're actually kind of in some weird mix of it, not as any threat to do anything.
Like a 9 or a 10, but the moves got made. And
that still make you better.
We're watching a 9-10 team led by Keegan, and, some of the vets are gone.
Wouldn't
or whatever.
you feel better about that than you go, well, they didn't add 2 veterans to hang on to 9-10. Right. They just happened to be there. And you're like, that's fine. Enjoy that part.
And I think that's what Dave was confused about with I think the John Collins thing is very confusing. We've been saying it on the show the whole time. He might make them too good. I don't know that you can make, if your plan is to, not tank, but go in one direction, John Collins for DeMar DeRozan might work too. That we needed him, and Draper was, talking about it forever. But now I don't know that you want to get that much better.
Where's the goalpost?
That's right. Yeah. That's right.
All right, let's do it. It's time for celebrity birthdays, and they're meant to be spent with family and friends, and nothing brings family and friends together better than crumble cookies. All right, let's start with some movies. Good luck. Oh, really?
It's
wow.
53.
We got a lot of spots here. All right, let's see. Alan, I'm going to ask you which movie you feel most confident about.
Okay.
On this day, Aladdin, Creed, Planes, Trains, and Automobiles, or The Bodyguard?
Oh, my goodness. I'm going to go Creed because I know Chris sometimes is kind of sketchy with newer movies.
Okay.
I should go Aladdin, but I'm going to go Creed.
And what year?
I think I was out of school. I'm going to say, is it right after? Oh, this is a tough one. Is it 2015?
Yes, 2015.
We have a correct answer.
Come
Both
on!
of you guys. Good job,
I'll
Alan.
take it.
When was Aladdin, by the way? What were you thinking?
I know it's always earlier than you think. I'm going to say like 92.
Oh, I think you're right, 92.
Correct answers.
Come on, baby!
All right, let's see. Let's go to birthdays. Happy birthday, Joey Chestnut.
Oh. Joey. How's his doctor?
47.
50.
Chris is closer, 42. Chip Kelly.
Oh, good riddance.
Hey.
51.
Yeah, that's fine.
Old enough to get fired.
No, 54.
I was going to say 53.
Chris is closer, 62.
Oh, goodbye, please.
And last one, we'll go with Donovan McNabb.
That's my guy.
Okay.
That's my guy.
No, that's my guy.
That's my guy.
My guy, actually.
You know, I ran into him at Super Bowl.
48.
I didn't say hi, but we were
How old
right
is your
next
guy?
to each other.
Yeah.
I think he's a 5-0. He played for a while. I think he's a 50.
We got a tie. He's 49.
No!
All right, that's it for us. Alan Stiles is next. See ya.
And
Download the Sactown.
Eyes on Grainger. Grainger offers a broad range of quality products and next-day delivery, so he can always play it safe. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.